one thing those band leaders forget is that all bandsmen, we all meet outside of the different bands that we play, and we all share views.
Mo kí yín káàbọ̀ sórí ètò àgbàlẹ̀tù ṣé dáadáa ni mo bá yín àlejò mi lénìí mi mọ iye odò tí wọ́n máa ṣé odò tẹ̀ ní àbí òkun láti Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n wá dé mi lálejò nítorí tèmi náà ṣe wá sí Nàìjíríà lásìkò yìí a ti kọ́kọ́ ṣe session kan lọ fún àwọn tó láǹfààní àti wò nígbà yẹn lọ́hùn ṣùgbọ́n ní session ilé yìí a fẹ́ fi ṣe ojúkojú ká mójú ajé kò onísọ ẹṣin sọ Yorùbá dáadáa díẹ̀ ẹ ṣe rántí àwọn ọ̀nà Èkó ọ̀nà Ìbàdàn tó dẹ̀ ti lọ tipẹ́.
mo ṣe rántí o kò síbi tí mi ò lè dé ní Ìbàdàn kò lè síbi tí mi ò mọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
ten drive fúnra àbí tán wà yín.
mi mọ̀ drive ara mi ò lè jẹ́ kí nǹkan lọ wà mí pa.
Okay now so àlejò tí mo gbà ní tá a gbà ní Àgbàlẹ̀tù studio ní Femi Sanya ẹ̀gbọ́n Femi Sanya mọ̀ pé àwọn kì í gbogbo àwọn titles wọ̀nyẹn wọ́n really care lọ títí ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀gbọ́n náà jẹ́ sí irú èmi mo kí yín káàbọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà.
ẹ ṣé wọn rí.
Thank you for visiting Àgbàlẹ̀tù studios and we are happy to have you around.
You're welcome, it's my pleasure.
Bassist ni bass guitarist.
Ben.
Ọ̀rọ̀ wa máa pọ̀ díẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n máa gbìyànjú kó má tún pọ̀ jù torí kò sígbà tá a sọ̀rọ̀ tí ọ̀rọ̀ kì í fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kì í tán so ẹ jẹ́ kí n wo bó kí n ti mú náà o bass guitar ló gbé yín dá Amẹ́ríkà.
Ben.
Shina Peters lẹ bá lọ Amẹ́ríkà.
Ben.
ẹ wà lára àwọn tó sá lẹ́yìn Shina Peters. abẹ́ rò pé àbí mo ṣe gbé kalẹ̀ yẹn ò dáa.
Àgbékalẹ̀ yẹn kù díẹ̀ káàtó.
Kò kù díẹ̀ káàtó. ẹ wà lára àwọn tó sá ẹ wà lára àwọn tó punish Shina Peters tẹ́ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ tẹ́ abandon wọn.
Rárá kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Báwo lẹ kí n ṣe gbé kalẹ̀.
èèyàn kì í deyín mọ́mọdé kó wá máa béèrè pé kí ló dé tó ṣe ń sunkún.
èèyàn kì í deyín mọ́mọdé.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kó máa béèrè pé kí ló dé tó fi ń sunkún. Kò ń ṣe ìfẹ́nu any of the bandsmen ìpè kí gbogbo wa abandon Shina Peters kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. àwọn èèyàn rò pa plan ẹ̀ as a matter of fact ẹnu wa kò ní band yẹn. so
kò ń ṣe pé ẹ sọ fúnra yín pé ẹ fẹ́ fi plantation yẹn lẹ̀ o.
rárá.
ẹnìkan ò sọ fẹ́ nìkan.
rárá kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. tó bá pa sọ fúnra wa ni gbogbo ò bá kúrò lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà ni. no àwa mẹ́ta tajọ́ rẹ̀ la kọ́kọ́ kúrò. ṣe rí most times téèyàn bá ń ṣe nǹkan téèyàn bá ń ṣe àìdá sọmọdé kò kí ń ṣe gbogbo ọmọdé lẹ́nu wọn gbọ́rọ̀. àwọn ọmọdé mostly àwọn Gen Z tó wà ń sìn wọn bá yàn argue wọn kàn dákẹ́ wọn máa wò yín báyìí ẹ lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ máa parọ́ fún wọn kẹ́ rò pé ẹ̀ ń finger brain wọn dẹ̀ ń google gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ wọ́n dẹ̀ rí pé irọ́ ni gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń pa. But because you are from old school, you believe in the colonial master brainwash that's been handed down to you. ẹ̀yin náà wá ń lò fáwọn ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn. But àwọn ọmọ òde wòye wọn ṣe lóru àwọn agbárí yẹn fún wọn ní báyìí jiyàn because wọn fẹ́ rágbàfin.
But as at now àtàbá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa òde wòye mi ò mọ generation Gen Z mi náà máa ń gbọ́ ni as at gbà yẹn n tẹ́ ẹ bá òun ni tí àwọn àgbà yẹn náà bá lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó train àwọn náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So kìíní ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń di.
ó ti di trend.
ó ti di trend.
Yeah.
As at that time.
ṣe rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tẹ́ sọ ṣe rí colonial mindset tí àwọn òyìnbó fi lé wa lọ́wọ́ òun náà là ń hand over sí àwọn ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn òun là ń hand over lé wọn lọ́wọ́ but the only thing tó wà constant in life is changes téèyàn bá kọ̀ tó ní pé irọ́ báwọn bàbá wa ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan lélẹ̀ bá ṣe máa ṣe lọ́nu olúwa pẹ́ lẹ́yìn ta ló mọ̀ pé ní òde wòyí even ní nàìjíríà ó yẹ mí gan lẹ́nu kò sí anybody tó ń kówó káàkiri everybody they just they transfer money to you POS that is a western system òun láti ń adapt yẹn kéèyàn wá ní pé irọ́ láyé mi ò gba POS o ó fún mi ní cash ni o olúwa á pẹ́ but the major thing is that téèyàn bá inherit ìwà burúkú tó wá hand over fún àwọn ọmọ nǹkan burúkú máa ń spread bí wildfire ni òun náà á jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ á jẹ́ ń bẹ̀.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n prepare mind yín fún nǹkan kan session tá à ń ṣe yìí àwọn èèyàn kan máa wò ó tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n assault yín verbally àwọn kan máa attack yín but ìyẹn ò ní pé kẹ́ máa express mind yín.
Oh no, I have a very tough skin.
Okay, yeah. Good. Because kò sí bá ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tẹ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa wọn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni pẹ̀tẹ̀pẹ̀tẹ̀ ta nà lábàtà ni anybody ló lè tabá.
ó lè tabá ẹ̀yin náà padà fúnra yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa experience yín lọ́dọ̀ Ade Shina Peters. A sọ̀rọ̀ nípa experience yín lọ́dọ̀ Swing Pọ̀pọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ Swing Pọ̀pọ̀. Ṣé Swing Pọ̀pọ̀ lẹ kọ́kọ́ play fún professionally?
Rárá, Swing Pọ̀pọ̀ kọ́ ni mo kọ́kọ́ play fún. Champion Kunle Opio ni mo kọ́kọ́ play fún professionally.
Okay.
Tí wọ́n ever sanwó fún mi as a bassist. As a matter of fact, actually mi ò play bass guitar fún Champion Kunle Opio. Guitar ni mo play fún Champion Kunle Opio. From Champion Kunle Opio ni mo ti lọ sí Bemio Beat Band, Bemio Securities tó wà lójoojú. Keyboard player Champion Kunle Opio ló mú mi lọ síbẹ̀. Ó kàn pè mí sẹ́, I don't even know the guy, ó kàn pè mí sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ni ṣé mo lè play any other kind of music besides juju. Mo ní oh yeah. Ó dẹ̀ play chords, ó ní ṣé mo lè play àwọn chords, mo dẹ̀ play fún lórí guitar. But òun go mọ̀ pé bassist ni mí. So ìgbà tá wá dé Bemio ló wá find out ipe I fit because Bemio ní jazz band, ó ní reggae band, ó ní juju band, ó ní high life band. And I was the only one that fit into all those different departments. So Opio was my first band that I played for professionally that I ever got paid.
Ẹ pẹ́ pẹ̀lú Champion Kunle Opio.
Mi ò pẹ́.
Okay.
Bóyá mo lò maybe like 4 months.
Now, kí ni experience in láàrin 4 months? Being an eye opener.
Láàrin 4 months yẹn mo realize pé juju ò ní structure.
Okay.
Because èmi, I came from a musical background. I'm theoretically and practically sound, right? I can play by ear, I can play by sight. I can read and I can score music. But mo realize pé juju ò ní structure. Ẹ̀yin lè máa play ní C minor, kémi máa play ní C major, kí keyboard player kó máa play C diminished. Gbogbo akàn máa wuruwuru to the answer ní juju. And understanding that is totally different from contemporary music. So, but kò kí n ṣe nǹkan téèyàn kan lè dabble into tí onítọ̀hún bá ní sùúrù.
Okay.
Because music ìwùrùwùrù to the answer ni. Music ìwùrùwùrù to the answer, to be honest.
Juju music.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, juju music. Music ìwùrùwùrù to the answer ni. Anything goes. Anything goes.
Tí juju music bá jẹ́ wúrúwúrú to the answer. Fuji wà ńkọ́?
Fuji were more structured to juju lọ.
Really?
Yes. And I'm saying this, from a musical standpoint.
All right. Fún mi ní prove ẹ fún mi.
Okay. For an instance, right? Tí irú Pasuma bá ní legally Pasode ohun tó bá wù wọ́n ní kàn sọ legally o Pasode ohun tó bá wù wọ́n òun ní kàn ro, right? You will hear immediately he goes into that lead. Legally, you just hear one arrangement. Bagididi. And Adema gbé lyrics yẹn sí lọ. Juju ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. The first juju that had structure was Shina Peters. Irú Sunny style, Obe style. Tí Obe bá happen láti kọ that same orin pé legally Obe ti dé ohun tó bá wù wọ́n ní kó sọ. Onílù lè lu. Ẹni bá mi
ó lè má lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ó kàn lè fìlù sọ̀rọ̀ pé
ó lè máa sọ̀rọ̀.
Adé bí àtìndé Adé.
Okay.
That's juju music.
Ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tí à ń pè ní solo riot ní music nìyẹn. You don't be talking and I'm talking over you. That is nǹkan at least gbogbo wa understand pé àwọn music tá n try láti ṣe yìí àwa náà I inherited lọ́wọ́ western world ni. It's not something that we created. But Fuji, they didn't inherit that from anybody. They created that. But juju ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àmúlùmálà ni juju. Mwele. That's why you see that kàn máa gbọ́ orin Ebenezer Obey, gbọ́ orin Ambrose Campbell nínú ẹ̀ máa gbọ́ orin King Sunny Ade, máa gbọ́ orin Fashola nínú ẹ̀ máa gbọ́ orin Tunde Nightingale nínú ẹ̀, because gbogbo wọn àmúlùmálà náà ṣe,
But Fuji yẹn ti wá ni.
Fuji is very, very original. They don't like try to rip anybody off, It's very original and it's very, very structured. But juju is not like that. For an instance, Sunny style. Tí mo bá ní kí iṣu tó diyan odó ńlá ti gùn o kágbàdo tó dẹ, onílù lè máa lu gbà gidigidi gbàgbàgbà gidigidi kẹtù kọ the same thing next time kó máa lu ẹ̀rù ọba ní mo bà ọba tó bí yàrá ẹ̀rù kò ní structure. That's why if you are a Sunny style juju musician, tẹ́ bá ní gig lọ́la ẹ kàn lè sáré lọ sí Dùgbẹ̀ kẹ́kàn sáré lọ wọ́ ní gángan pé ọmọ mo ní show lọ́la o ṣé wàá bá mi lọ play. You can't try that with Shina style. Really? You will fail woefully.
But ìgbà tí gbogbo band tẹ́ fi star sílẹ̀, star will fail woefully.
If you say so, I agree with you. But if you have the live that we played during our set and you go and listen to what they are playing now, you know that they are just struggling really bad. So people who and play our created. Even tí mo bá gbọ́ guitar line or tí mo bá gbọ́ bass line, don't play. I still watch them. I don't have ill feeling towards SSP. No, I want him to succeed. I don't want to say because Akuro lẹ́yìn SSP, now that should now be his downfall. No, survival of the fittest. All the things he was doing to us that was bad, he was just trying to survive. For us to have left him and stayed in the US, we were just trying to survive. But guess what? He facilitated that. If he had not facilitated, Sherry, Yubani Asheju, Koda, èèyàn kì í ṣe bí síyàn kó tún máa fi hàn pé ẹ kí lọ́ọ́ ṣe.
èdè Ìbàdàn ni ẹ kí lọ́ọ́ ṣe.
Kí lọ́ọ́ ṣe. He got to a point he was doing that.
Actually, we are still coming back to that. But ẹni pé juju music kò ní structure. But mo mọ̀ pé mo wo fídíò kan àwọn orin King Sunny Adé kan wà tí wọ́n ti score tí ó yẹ pé anybody dey play it just like anybody ṣe máa wo score sheet music fẹ́ látọ̀ dem a play it.
Okay. Ṣé rí àwọn music yẹn kò ń ṣe music KSA ìsìn àwọn music time tí àwọn Leon Majek what is kí lorúkọ man to play guitar fún Fẹlá tó wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ Sunny
Ohiri.
Bob Ohiri. Time yẹn ni Sunny play structured music ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wo background táwọn people yẹn ti wá. They came from Fẹlá where they play. Fẹlá is a musicologist. Actually èmi gan mi ò really value music Fẹlá until I got to the US. And one day I just sat down, I was just listening to Beast of No Nation, Ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ Naba Society, Beast of No Nation. If you listen to that music, that was when I knew Fẹlá is a genius. Because Afrobeats, if Fẹlá play, could copy it from anybody. He created that. He molded that music. It was rough for him at the initial stage, but it got to a point he figured out, okay, I'm okay with this. Let me just maintain this style. So people can say, gbogbo experimental stage low and go by. But when he got to all those basket man won't open mouth again, you see that his music was very, very settled. And what imagine káwọn musicians wá kúrò ní ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ kán wá wá sírú ọ̀dọ̀ Sunny. Ṣé wọ́n ní impact Sunny? Okay, irú àwa tó jẹ́ pé we went to school of music. We know how to read music, we know how to play by ear. I'm not talking about myself alone. Someone like Ali is not a juju drummer. Most of our orin ayọ̀ ní lẹ́yìn Jésù kò sẹ́ni kan and stuff take control. Ali played on all those music. If I tell you like oríṣiríṣi music ní Nigeria tó pé Ali ló play sí, you won't believe that it's the same Ali. So kíru àwa yẹn ká wá join Shina Peters and you want to tell me that pé àní impacted one way or the other. There are so many times tó jẹ́ pé we just tabaderi as our man tètè dé, we are always on time, we are never late. Unless maybe you want to consider what I feel rebel, we are never late. We get to show on time because we have to do sound check. We will get there, we start playing, just fiddling with stuff. I mean, start calling. Agbon content play. Akon sáré wá ni. Ó lè jẹ́ 12 ọ̀sán ní rehearsal wa máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ or kó jẹ́ 10 láàárọ̀. I think we used to start our rehearsal like 10. Àwa lè ti débẹ̀ láti 9, ká kàn máa ṣe sound check and stuff. Agbon content play Adéwà jókòó tì wá. Kò ní sọ̀rọ̀. Akon jókòó síbẹ̀. And he's writing music to writing songs to all those things that we are playing. And you want to tell me that we didn't impact him? If he says that, then he's lying. Sherry, wọ́n ní tí ajá bá lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn á pọ̀ bọ̀. Sherry, àwọn tó ń play fún star nísìn. I will say one thing to him, he's a very talented guy. Kò séèyàn tó pé. He's a very talented guy. He's nice to those he chooses to be nice to. But most of our time bashishe, we never gained anything from him. Star lè gba bass guitar lọ́wọ́ mi báyìí lórí stage kó dẹ̀ gbé fún SF olówó kéré. Wọ́n bí mi lé kí n mú yọ string kan lórí guitar yẹn.
Ṣé wọ́n ṣe rí ni?
Several times. Star is very nice to outsiders. And it's not just SSP. Sunny is like that. Obey is like that. Mi ò mọ̀ bóyá iṣẹ́ tán lọ ṣe ni o. They are never nice to those who work for them. They are never nice to those who work for them.
But you can only talk about SSP.
No, I can talk about
whom you worked for.
No. You remember?
You may not be able to speak about KSC because you didn't work for him.
Okay, let me
and Commander.
Let me say this to you. One thing those band leaders forget is that all bandsmen, we all meet outside of the different bands that we play, and we all share views. Báwo ló ṣe ń lọ lọ́dọ̀ tí yín, blah blah blah, this and that. Okay, ẹ wo Mr. Bashiru Adeleke. I watched his interview and he said something. Sherry barista, iwájúlé barista ni mò ń gbà lọ sí school mi. Every morning tí mò ń gbà padà wálé ní Solo. I went to Ansarudeen College ní Solo. Iwájúlé barista báyìí tí ìgbà mi máa dúró síbẹ̀ báyìí máa wo gbogbo wọn tó ń bá ní show. I'll be like, wow, this is barista. This is barista. Not knowing that they were all suffering and smiling. For me to come and find out in 2024 that they were only getting paid 50 naira.
But àwọn kan wọ́n rebuke ẹ pé irọ́ ni wọ́n pa pé he never paid 50 naira.
Sherry, Rabeshi ń ṣe èèyàn tó máa ń parọ́. I worked with that guy for years. That guy, you see how colossal he is in stature? He's not scared of nothing. You rather kill that guy. He will tell you like it is. Okay, Shebi, Rabeshi tó bá make a whole lot of barista, why would he be downing barista and saying that first time tó kọ́kọ́ gba owó ní ọ̀dọ̀ Shina Peters
náà tó kọ́ rí owó gidi.
Ṣebí mi àti Rabeshi náà fún 3,000 naira. I no play fún Gbinedi ni 3,000 naira. But mo play fún Champion Kule Opio 80 naira náà fún mi. And I thought I was making big money. Orí mi wú délé mo kọ́kọ́ lè jẹba Igbo
80 naira.
So now imagine mo wá lọ play fún Shina Peters first show. Wọ́n wá fún mi ní 3,000 naira. Àṣé 3,000 naira yẹn náà wọ́n cheat mi àti Rabeshi. Actually 9,000 naira gangan ni wọ́n fún wa. Àwọn kan nínú band yẹn, àwọn ẹlẹ́nu band náà bẹ̀ wò wá. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé ni.
So Star approve 99,000 naira fún yín.
Yes. No, kò ń ṣe pé Star no approve.
Okay.
Ṣẹ́rí tó máa ń kawó tó ń pín owó tí gbogbo wọn jókòó Star wà ń bẹ̀.
Okay.
So they can't do all those dubious stuff. Wọ́n á pín owó bó ṣe yẹ kán pín. Tọ́ bá ti kúrò tí Star bá ti gbọ́ owó títí ẹ̀ tó ti kúrò báyìí wọ́n á tún owó yẹn pín.
Okay.
So that is why sometimes you can sympathize with situations they find themselves later in life because àwọn gan ti ṣe bí jìnnà wọ́n ti ṣe burúkú jìnnà. Imagine àjọ play lórí stage gbogbo wa jọ ń sweat ni. Shina Peters band. If you play in that band and you've never played a fast tempo, Sherry ọ̀tọ̀ ni kí musician ní skill, ọ̀tọ̀ ni kó ní stamina, kó ní endurance,
that is speed.
You just said it. Because ìjọ kan ṣe mo thank God for technology. So there are some things that me no discover and say pé ìjọ kan mo kàn play one of our live tí mo ní nílé mo convert from cassette to CD. Mo wá fi sínú software kan just to see the tempo at which we were playing.
Live.
It was a live performance.
Kí ni tempo yẹn?
It was 159.
Wow.
BPM.
159.
Yes.
Ní stage. Tí gangan lọ tí string deck gbọ́dọ̀ máa.
Gbogbo afrobeat dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yìí. Ó pọ̀ jù. Àwọn afrobeat, amapiano, they're like 120, 124, ó pọ̀ jù 126.
Ìgbà tí èmi ń kọrin bí how many years back? About 12 years back, 13.
I like your music.
Tí máa sọ pé tempo gbogbo tempo yẹn 140. Àti wà lórí tempo nìyẹn o.
Ìtorí ẹ̀ ni ìgbà tí àlì kúrò ní band yẹn tó mú drummer mi wá. Drummer yẹn struggle títí. Actually, if that drummer had lived up to expectation. But Akro Nigeria ta lọ Italy, he would have went with us.
Yeah, drummer ti Yemi, yeah.
Yemi Shole.
Shoyele.
Yes.
Shoyele.
Yeah. If he had lived up to the standard of Ali, they would have taken him. But Star will call us, "Wait, what do you guys think about this guy? He's good, but he lacks endurance, he lacks speed." Because at the end of the day, kò ń ṣojú ṣáájú la fi ń ṣe music. Even my wife knows that. I play in my wife's band. If you're not good, you're not good. I'm not gonna manage you. Because kò ń ṣe juju music la ń play ta ma fi trailer pẹ̀lú wa so the stage no. I'm ní treble ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀, auto ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀, bass omele, auto omele. No, we're not doing that. So if you're not up to par, you're not playing with me. It's that simple. So when they ask us that, what do you think about this guy? Every Star will call us, what do you think about this guy? He's good, but he's struggling with the tempos. They start to learn action, back. If you're not really like good with your technique, Sherry, one thing about music, if your technique is bad from the onset, I'm self-taught. If you are self-taught, you'll be very limited in so many things, in so many ways.
Okay.
Because there are techniques. Keyboard player ni, piano no, open so rishi. You don't play classical music. They will posture one lórí instrument that you won't play. It's usually like this.
Okay.
But Teba keyboard player, a contemporary keyboard player, they don't play like this. They play like this. Because you're playing for speed. When you want your finger. But when you're doing this, you are there is strain in your wrist. So it prevents you from doing certain things easily. So when your technique is bad from the onset, you will get to a certain point and you realize that is your ceiling. You can't go past that.
Now, as at that time, I want juju musicians or juju bands who low imitate speed. Shina Peters in mind.
I would say Dele Taiwo, Dayo Kujore. I hear a lot of discrepancy between SSP and Dayo Kujore. Some people say Dayo Kujore Luni style SSP, blah blah blah, SSP Logi style Dayo Kujore. I'm here to debunk this today. Nígbà tí mo play for Swing Popo, Larawa, mo play for Dayo Kujore.
Okay.
And there were two of them that was playing for Dayo Kujore, playing for Swing Popo, just like I was playing for Swing Popo and playing for SSP.
Okay. At the same time.
At the same time. One is called Ade, Ade Dufo. Then the second guy is called Pelumi, Dr. Pelumi. He's actually a doctor. Not an honorary doctor. He graduated from Unilag. Very, very good guitar player, very good bassist, good keyboard player. That's one of the guys that I really, really adore. That Tomaleon emulate yeah, that's one of the guys. So, and all those guys, tí wọ́n play for Dayo Kujore nígbà yẹn, Dayo style was totally different from Shina style. And yo baby, oh, wá gbóhùn tí sọ kan wí. Sherry style Dayo Kujore ó similar sí Ayéfẹ́lẹ́.
Okay.
And the reason tí ma sọ pé similar sí Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ ni pé it's like they found a way out to simplify the complex juju style that we create.
Okay.
Because we came from a complex musical background. That's why you hear all those. That is not a juju arrangement. That has a lot of jazz orientation to it. Show me one of the Kujores music that has those elements. It's not the same. He's unique on his own. People just like to mi ò mọ why tán ṣe máa ń ṣe kinní yẹn ní culture Yorùbá wa. I believe pé ìwọ lè shine on your own without killing my own star. And I don't blame them. Ọwọ́ àwọn bàbá yẹn láti bá. I'm telling you. Ọwọ́ àwọn bàbá yẹn láti bá. Tí wọ́n bá gbọ́ pé artist kan fẹ́ rise ó ti lọ record it because okay ẹ wo lu Decca kò sí music tẹ lọ record ní Decca táwọn bàbá òbí ò gbọ́ o because the shareholder there.
And so it's a statement of fact, Abi.
As fact.
As fact.
Yes. They know what is gonna like hit the market. And they will quench your fire before you even hit the market.
That's an indictment too.
No, it's a fact. I challenge them to come and defend this. Look, now I'm grown and I'm vocal about the things that I've seen, that I've heard when I was young. When any conga player, Ade Shina Peters, Saubana, Adekunle, Sabo, Kolonforun, Kesabo, very, very nice guy. Sherry, Sabo, Ati, Baba Samson, Ogunlade, they were best friends. They were very, very, very best friends. And so many times, la Mama Bolati show, Tamayani Bongos. Because Shemo, Agbalagbani Sabo, we all respect him in the band. Actually, he's the oldest in the band. We all respect him. And he's a very funny guy. So everybody loves Sabo. Si Sabo ba ni pe, okay, òun fẹ́ ká jà níbì kan. Driver ò tẹ̀ ní hesitate. Wọ́n jà ńbẹ̀ wọ́n kó gbogbo wọn tẹ̀ ní care nípa whether inconvenience àwa kan àbí kó wọ́n kó wa lọ bẹ̀ nìyẹn. Several times láti yà ní bongos. Tí wọ́n máa jókòó tí wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀. And as a young guy playing in the midst of gbogbo àwọn àgbàlagbà yẹn, àwọn nǹkan tí mo máa ń gbọ́ is unbelievable. I'm telling you, àwọn nǹkan tí mo máa ń gbọ́ is unbelievable. But guess what? Tẹ́ bá interview gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn, I'm not even talking about Baba Samson nìkan. Tẹ́ bá interview gbogbo àwọn guys to play for all those bands. And I'm not pointing out Ebenezer Obey alone. I'm pointing out King Sunny Ade. I'm pointing out even Ayefele. All of them, they are all the same. If you go and talk to their musicians, tẹ́ bá gbé camera síwájú wọn, gbogbo wọn máa parọ́ ni. Ọ̀gá nice gan. Ọ̀gá nice gan. But when we meet backstage, it's a totally different ballgame. That's when you will hear the truth from them. Nǹkan tó kàn ṣe tó save irú àwọn Sunny, Ebenezer Obey, Shina Peters ni pé we didn't have this back in those days, man. Ìmí inú wọn bá ti wà lẹ́wọ̀n báyìí for the atrocities they committed.
Àwọn wo?
I just named all of them. For the atrocities that they committed against àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Look, the only thing that is constant in life is changes. Láyé tá wà yìí, whether you like it or not, things are gonna evolve, things are gonna change. If you don't go with the flow, you're gonna be left behind. Nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìnyí gangan ni. That is why you see that they are struggling. They are struggling. It's suffering in silence. Ọkàn fagídígbé ni. Look at the Afrobeat guys. Àwọn yẹn múlẹ̀ ni wọ́n sọ́tọ̀ ni. They are doing their own thing. And they're not going anywhere close to all those juju people. Look at Wizkid. Mo wo video kan ton feature Wizkid àti KSA. KSA was already on the stage singing, and they introduced Wizkid. Wá látẹ̀yìn stage bó ṣe ń bọ̀ báyìí ó ń bọ̀ ó rìn towards Sunny. Sunny wanted to walk towards him. Ó dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún Sunny láti ọ̀kan. Before Sunny got to him, ṣe mọ̀ ní ìṣẹ̀ndálẹ̀ Yorùbá tọmọdé bá dọ̀bálẹ̀ ẹ̀fọwọ́ tọ́ lórí pé ǹdé ńlẹ̀. Kí Sunny tó dọ̀dẹ̀ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ya sáré dìde. I watched that, I was like, wow, ọmọ àgbà ní boy.
Ṣé ẹ ń wò pé bàbá lè fẹ́ fọwọ́ sí lórí àgbà?
Ẹ gbàgbé ẹ̀ ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ni. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ni. That's not coincidence. That is not coincidence. Nǹkan tó kọ́ ló ṣe yẹn. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn bàbá yẹn ọ̀tá àlọsíwájú ni wọ́n, and I'm saying it wholeheartedly.
Ẹ máa ti dárúkọ àwọn èèyàn kan.
Yes, ọ̀tá ìlọsíwájú ni wọ́n. Ṣé rí ẹ mọ ọ̀rọ̀ tá a máa ń sọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wípé àdúrà wa ni pé kí ọmọ wa dàgbà kó jù wá lọ. Wọ́n sọ látẹnu orí àwọn ló wà. Nǹkan tó wà nínú wọn ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ nínú. ń jẹ ogún kọ́mọ tó jẹ ogún. That is what's inside of them. Because I don't see any reason why they do certain things they do. See the upcoming generation. Okay, ẹ wo Barrister for an instance. I keep going back to Fuji music. Ẹ wo Barrister for an instance. Kí Barrister tó kú àtọ̀. There was Kollington, there was Easy Kabaka, there was Sawaba, there was Sandoka, there was Obesere. It was a whole bunch of them, and all of them were doing well. All of them were at the top, even before Pasuma even came. And no was it Juju mélòó tó wà níta láyé ìgbà yẹn.
Juju pọ̀.
Ẹ dárúkọ wọn fún mi tó wà ní tó jẹ́ mainstream Juju.
Adele Abiodun.
Adele Abiodun wà ní level Sunny.
Well, all depend lórí nǹkan tẹ́ bá fi ṣe.
Ṣé rí ẹ̀yin ń wò from a record standpoint. Ipe ó ṣe record ẹ̀ popular. Ẹ lọ wo show ti Adele Abiodun. Compared to show ti Sunny lọ. Compared to shows tí Obìnrin lọ.
Ade Olúṣayọ̀.
Ṣé rí Tade Olúṣayọ̀. That is a special case. Ade Olúṣayọ̀. Baba YK.
YK Ajao.
Àwọn yẹn that they are special. Àwọn yẹn they are not after record. Àwọn yẹn focus on life and they perfected it. Ade Olúṣayọ̀, he just took one of Sunny's style, one old style. Ó dẹ̀ jókòó tì, ó dẹ̀ fi ń jẹun tì. Opi was doing the same thing. Opi was playing Sunny style, but not modern day Sunny style, olden day Sunny style.
Because Sunny's style it evolve over like 4-5 phases.
Okay. Do you know why Sunny's style is evolving? Because he's constantly using the younger generation to evolve his music. But the bad thing he's doing is that he's using them, not giving them credit, and the younger generation they don't have patience. You use them to do Tiko Basiti Oliwani, ilẹ̀ bá ti fún mi once arrange orin everything. Sonny will be like, wow, this is wonderful. Everybody, Sonny tún ti ṣe orin tuntun kan. Guess what? Come 2-3 months later, gbogbo àwọn set yẹn ti kúrò ńbẹ̀. Because they found out, man, my baba can't use one man. He will regress again. You start looking for another set of musicians. That's why his music is not consistent. And you know, his music has gone through like 4-5 phases. That is why his music is not consistent, because he's constantly unable to maintain one set of musicians.
But you tell me if you are today, Sunny 60s. Láyé Ìbàdàn kọ àwọn níbi lékeleke gbé for sure àwọn wá sí Ṣẹ̀yìndé. Then ìgbà tí Bọ́ládé ní join wọn, music wọn to change. Títí dórí Ẹ̀kìlọ̀ fọ́mọdé.
Ben.
Ìgbà tí Bọ́ládé ní lọ, music wọn to change. Tabawo.
Okay, just like you said. Ṣé rí pé gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀ ń dárúkọ tó ń wá tó ń lọ yẹn the style of his music is changing because they are bringing an element that he doesn't have into his music.
But music kan náà kò lè remain bẹ́ẹ̀ náà for 50 years.
Kò ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, okay, these same guys played for Fela. Ṣé ẹ lè káyé albums tí Fela ṣe, ìwọ ló jọra wọn nù ẹ̀? But you can tell that Fela's style remains the same. Ẹ wo Shina Peters for an instance, ní set titiwa, ẹ wo ye albums tá ṣe. Can you point to one and say that eléyìí ò jọ Shina Peters, eléyìí sounds like somebody totally different? Even though all the albums are different, but you can still see the consistency in the skill level of the album and how we play live. As a matter of fact, we play better live than on our albums because there are things that you only have like few minutes to do whatever you want to do on an album. Tabamu iru arrangement concern ale nuru shabada padada 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 pa padada pa 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 pada padada 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 ale saw the call and response. Instead of everybody playing the same thing, we can split it up. And most times he himself doesn't even know, but he just enjoys it on the stage without even having the understanding of importance. But he enjoys it and he feeds off of our energy. So he feeds off of our energy. That is the element that we bring. Ibami alima play lórí stage. Komako omombo mo lè rí lobito disco tó wà láàrin èrò tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń wọlé bọ̀. I don't wait. I can't walk baseline. Bududu.
Àwọn kò tí ì rí ẹ.
No, àwọn kò tí ì ṣe start ẹ̀pọ̀ máa ń dijú kọrin.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà lórí Omombo, very
slow. Yes, I can't walk. Dudu. Immediately, àlẹ́ akọ̀ ro ni. The same reading, ni flavour low. It's the same Shina Peters reading. It's just being recycled. So those are the elements that we brought into the music that the guys he has now don't have. Because they don't know the root, they don't know the source of the music. We knew it, we created it so we can diversify it.
Now, is it possible to keep like an entire band to yourself for 50 years?
Yes, it is possible.
How possible?
Okay, I will tell you. Have you heard of Salif Keita?
Yes.
Have you heard of Yusundo?
Yes.
All those guys still come on tour in the US up to now. Me and my wife even went to go see Yusundo in Maryland recently. He was on tour. Same set of people. The only person missing there is the bassist, who is my friend. He died. May his soul rest in peace. Habib Faye. So why can't you keep the same musicians? If you are making money playing the same music, you are building houses all over the place. These guys, they don't even have money. Like war Okada, Wasili Hazard. That is how bad they have it.
But Eson saying we can share 9,000 naira.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Compared to the 80 naira.
Yeah.
One for 3,000.
Yeah.
3,000 I go lotto to lo je.
Ben.
So how come te wa tún sọ pé kò sówó?
Okay. Nígbà tí àjọ ṣiṣẹ́ tá pawó kalẹ̀, let's say àpá 100k kalẹ̀, wọ́n kọ́kọ́ yọ paper kan, wọ́n kọ gbogbo list expenses yẹn àwọn ò mọ̀ pa ẹ̀, we don't know where it came from, or they just fabricate it.
Kí ni àwọn expenses yẹn? Kí ló lè wà ńbẹ̀?
Wọ́n lè ní a máa sanwó driver méjì.
Ṣé driver yẹn ò ṣe staff yín?
Báwo ni driver ṣe jẹ́ staff wa? It's Shina Peters written in my name. I'm an employee. Why should I be paying the salary of a driver? Why should you be taking money out of my share to pay your driver that drives you around? Is that fair? Those are all the stupid logic that they put out there pé àwọn incur expenses wo ló ń incur. None of us are on salary. Tá bá lọ play, tá bá pa owó tá bá pa lórí stage, inú ẹ̀ lẹ ti máa pín fún wa. Like I was saying, tá bá pa 100,000 naira, which we à ń pa owó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ. As a matter of fact, tá bá pa 1 million in the 90s, wàláhì tàlà gbogbo àmà ṣán wọn lọ lé ni.
Tẹ́ bá pa 1 million in the 90s.
Yes.
Nígbà nǹkan lọ lé.
Mr. Dele, I'm not lying. A ní truck méjì. Truck kan. Later, let me not find out gbogbo kini you. Now that I'm grown, I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions. Tab lórí truck kan, wọ́n máa ń yọ 500,000. Wọ́n máa ní wọ́n sanwó padà fún Sony Music. Truck méjìlá ní ìkan máa ń kó instrument, ìkan máa ń kó band boys. So every show tá bá lọ, wọ́n yọ 500k for one truck, wọ́n yọ 500k for the other truck.
That's 1 million.
Yes.
As at the 90s.
Yes. Mi ò parọ́. Tó bá jẹ́ 1 million yẹn lápá ní party, wàláhì tàlà gbogbo àmà ṣán wọ́n lọ lé ni.
But ó dà pé mo padà gbọ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ truck yẹn kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fluke ni.
Okay. Ṣé rí ẹni tó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn Fẹ́mi, ẹni tó wà Nàìjíríà, ẹni tó dẹ̀ popular, tó yẹ pé every people respect. So mi ò fẹ́ dárúkọ wọn because I know they're gonna mount pressure on him. Wọ́n wá sí US and we met. Máa ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ all the time, and sometimes I share things with him that we experienced in the band. So ọjọ́ kan à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ni mo wá sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fún wọn pé nǹkan báyìí ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé ìgbà yẹn. Wọ́n wá rẹ́rìn. Wọ́n ní ó kàn cheat yín ni. Wọ́n ní those vehicles, he wasn't paying back Sony Music for those vehicles. That was a vehicle that was given to your band as royalty for the albums you recorded for Sony. Títí tá a fi kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, wọ́n sì ń yọ owó yẹn. Wọ́n sì ń yọ owó yẹn. Okay, for an instance, gbàtà lọ sí Italy. Gbàtà dé Italy. Promoter wa, he's an Italian guy, Salvatore Curatolo. So the guy ó wá gbé èmi àtàwọn friends mi kan wá gbé wa lọ sọ́jà pé ká lọ ra nǹkan. Ó kàn gbé wa débẹ̀. Ó ní ọjà kan tó máa ń ṣe ní ojú títì ní Express Road. Bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn most àwọn Nigerians ti máa lọ ra àwọn aṣọ ńláńlá tó máa ń tà sálẹ̀ kó nǹkan kan yẹn. Open market ni aṣọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ran 5,000 nínú store ẹ lè lọ bẹ̀ kẹ́ra ní 200 lira. So ó gbé wa lọ sọ́jà yẹn, ó drop wa síbẹ̀ in hopes pé by the time tó máa padà wá, ó lóun á padà wá in 2 hours láti wá gbé wa. Bá tó padà dé, aṣọ wọn wà ní ara kankan. Bó ṣe rí wa báyìí ó ní, Femi, you guys no buy nothing? I didn't know we no buy nothing. Why? We don't have money. What do you mean you don't have money? I gave Shina $5,000 for your costume. I know costume don't cost 5,000 in Nigeria, but at least I know you guys won't want to buy something. You know, you guys will have money to shop around. Ibi tí àṣírí ti tú nìyẹn. Ṣé rí costume tó ń dárúkọ yẹn? Bí 6 months before ká tó travel ni wọ́n ti ń yọ bí 500 naira lówó everybody every show tá bá lọ. Owó costume. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan táwa dì sínú tá fi ṣe nǹkan tá ṣe nìyẹn o. Kò ń ṣe pé a jókòó a plan. Ṣé rí àṣírí wọn tú sí wa lọ́wọ́ débi pé we were like wow, cut throat làwọn people yìí o. L'Amẹ́ríkà èèyàn tí kò bá fẹ́ kẹ́mí cut throat náà ń pè wọ́n cut throat. Wow. They gave you $5,000 just for costume. Imagine
6 months yọ lórí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, every show báyìí wọ́n bá ti ṣe àwo báyìí bá ti ṣe àwo báyìí 5,000 lẹ́gbàá wọ́n ní ó yá Mr. Dele mú 1,000 wo costume wọ́n á tún gba 1,000 bẹ́ẹ̀ for the next 6 months.
lórí everybody.
Yes, lórí everybody. Ìyẹn gan sì that there are times pé tá bá fẹ́ travel tó bá ti announce pé and travel ní jọba maybe be 3 months before that day gbowó mọ́ nìyẹn wọ́n á ní gbogbo owó tá à ń pa wọ́n fi ń ṣe processing wọ́n á lọ ṣe processing. Thank God today I'm a US citizen. Likewise I'm a Nigerian. Processing would need anybody fẹ́ ṣe ní Nigeria láti wá sí America. You are not a US citizen, you can't process nothing. Somebody has to file for you. Somebody has to send you that invitation letter. You can't just walk to the embassy and say, "Oh, mo fẹ́ lọ sí America." It doesn't work like that. So ẹ kàn gbáwó wá for nothing. For years, gbogbo ẹ̀ òun láti wá dàgbà báyìí. Tàti wá rí gbogbo àṣírí yẹn báyìí pé so ẹ kàn gbá wa ní all those years. A ní manager PRO wa kan ó wà ní US. Demola Quadri lórúkọ ẹ̀. Ìjọ́ kan I had this conversation with him. I was very bitter at that guy. And the reason why I was bitter at that guy was because the guy is not an illiterate. He's a very educated guy. And he would remember exactly what I'm talking about because now we're very cool. You know, he's my big egg. But then I was very bitter at him and I told him, I said, how can you be this educated? How can you be this, informed? And you were following Shina Peters to do us all this bad, all this harm. The guy looked at me, only Femi. Only there are no opportunities in Nigeria. If I don't go with his flow, to ba fire me, boni mo ti fẹ́ ríṣẹ́. Boni mo fẹ́ lọ. Only so I have to agree with whatever he wants to do. Only, yeah, I knew what he was doing was bad. But I didn't have a choice. But guess what? My own philosophy is that Atenito Jali, Atenito Handi over for. They are the same. In the US, it's called an accomplice. He hugged me and he apologized to me. He said, look, the most important thing is that, Femi, Ọlọ́run ti yọ yín kúrò nínú àjàgà yẹn. God has taken you out of that hurdle. Now you are in a better place. Let it go. And that is why, I got an apology from one of the guys that I thought was aiding and abetting him to exploit us.
Yes, at that time, he got no choice too.
Yes. He was in the same boat as us. But we didn't know because he had a name.
Because
he's the PRO, he's the man.
Me interview Malio recently.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni mo interview
Malio sọ nǹkan pé ṣe bí àwọn guys wọ́n máa ní captain, wọ́n máa ní leader. Tó yẹ kó lọ bá star. Tó máa jẹ́ bí liaison láàrin àwọn àti kìíní pé so gbogbo àwọn faults tí wọ́n ń pass sí àwọn bulk tó ń pass sí star yìí pé star kọ́ ló yẹ kó bí ẹ pé èèyàn tó jẹ́ liaison officer àbí liaison person yẹn ló yẹ kó jẹ́ but now lára àwọn tó yẹ kó jẹ́ liaison person yìí ló ń sọ pé àwọn ò ní choice.
Thank you. You see that? So that tells you that Malio is just talking from assumption. He doesn't have insight. Sinu bandi. We live day to day with Shina Peters. He doesn't. He probably sees him like once every 6 months or maybe once a year. And you want to tell me that he knows him more than us? Let me tell you, SSP Star. I learned a lot from that band at a younger age. When I got into the band, Ali was the captain. But Ali was a rebel leader. Despite the fact that SSP is SSP. If SSP tries to do something wrong, Ali Onigba. And Star set up the rest of the band against Ali. And one day, he just came and said, "Kosi captain money no band, kosi kiniko on this band, all leadership positions. There's captain, there's assistant captain." All this band leadership role in the band, which means that the band boys have no representative. Nobody can talk to him. He only talks to you when he wants to talk to you. So they removed Ali from being the captain. 2-3 months later, they assigned somebody else. And that person does whatever Star wants. And that's in the person of Bra Wale Ajayi.
The engineer.
Yes.
I don't know any complaints to report.
You see that? Because after a while, Bra Wale too turned against Star. Because he was doing too much. He was doing too much. He would come, okay, I want any captain, I want on Kawuna. He will come with a list. Apa 100k sile. You will come with a list and take 600, let's say apa 1 million. You will take 600k as expenses. Our 400k. You will now take 50% out of that 400k. Our be 32. Our lodimo 200k to ku.
Deliberate question. Because Timani King wo argument Malio lápá kan ni wípé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ńbẹ̀ kí ló dé the questions.
Sherry, Malio has never been a band boy, so he doesn't know how Juju band operates. Juju music business is totally different from Juju band operation. They are totally different. He might think he knows, but he doesn't. Ijokon, I played on the water parks, and Ade Bendel came to the show. So Ojonye Rogon, we didn't really play that much. Actually, I played the almost arrow. But I'm Ade Bendel one day, Ade Bendel, Godwin Anabo, Tobi Okonkwo, all those guys, Sunday. Ojonye Shin Rock, but Kokpeloda, Stabanika play for him. I play for him. I don't think could take to 15 minutes because I when you got in law. Ojonye bad go. This guy gave us. I remember that very day, like Benipa no Lushele. Often star ni bill of dollars, still wrapped. Odekbe Bodabe Komodo, who was Abe was Bra Wale's assistant. Bra Wale was the captain, Bra Abe was the assistant. Odekbe only will be the captain, but that Abe do so much. I know what's it Bodabe the lover. Odekbe be lo fun Bodabe only that na $40,000, $40,000, no naira. Immediately told us only okay guys, I go see you now. Friday lale join ani show ni Surulere lale. Only I go see you now later for night. We wanted at our entourage, boom, they headed down towards the gate. What's it turn around to go one love? Start on pe Bodabe ni. Only Abe wa o ta de fun yen da. Degba no Bodabe. That was the last we saw of that money. We thought, okay, maybe we'll take some out of it and give us some. Remember, we just played a show that flopped due to rain. This guy came as lifesaver that day, gave you dollars, gave us, and you took the money. Gbogbo alole lo fifo ni.
Kò sí nǹkan kan.
Tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ agbo ọ̀dájú láwà Juju band ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bó dẹ̀ ṣe ní gbogbo àwọn bands ni ẹni ẹ máa ń pàdé ẹ̀yàn.
Gbogbo ala máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ gan. A máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ gan. Ó kàn yín pé sẹ́rí, not everybody is as bold as me. It's not because I have nothing to lose. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this interview to liberate the oncoming generation so that they don't fall into the same predicament as us. Today, I don't. Mi ò rí nǹkan tó lè gbé mi lọ play juju. Pé kí n lọ play lẹ́yìn èèyàn pé mo ń play. What am I going to be doing that for? How much can you pay me? If I do that for you, I'm just doing it out of favor. Out of favor. I'm an IT engineer. I earn 6 figures per year. I don't need it in my life. I just play music now for fun.
SSP bá wá sí US tó ń fẹ́ play bí àwọn ní concert wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin old boys wọn kẹ́ wá ṣùgbọ́n wọn kẹ́ play beat àtijọ́ ẹ máa play now.
I don't have anything against him. I'll play for him if he calls me himself. But if he's sending somebody to me, no. That means that you don't regard me. I'm not doing that.
Tó máa pe ẹ̀gbọ́n àlè nǹkan ṣáwọn náà máa.
Orú ẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí. Tó ń rányàn sí bọ̀dá àlè. We ended up not going.
Why?
You see, ìtòrí ẹ̀mọ́ yẹn sọ pé Malio doesn't know the juju game. He doesn't know. Ṣẹ́rẹ́ ni tó ń rán sí wa yẹn. Bargain tó bá wa ní. At the end of the day, Star will say he knows nothing about it. At the end of the day, gbogbo agreement tẹ́jọ́ ṣe yẹn pé oh yeah, you're gonna pay us because we charge $500. And then you have to buy our tickets and also put us in a hotel. The most they can do, because we are colleagues, you know, we can afford to have two people in a room so that, you know, we catch up from, you know, old
times.
Yeah, old times. But to buy pay stranger to stranger, you know, me or Moniri, no, we don't do that. You put me in a separate room, if you can't afford that, ciao bella. Bye. So we did all that. Ali requested he needed to talk to Shina Peters. And the guy was playing games. Like, if you don't call Star to confirm this or he won't talk to you, nope, we're not going. Because anybody else that he sent is just an intermediary. He can deny anything. It's somebody we know. You agree to get paid $500. That guy will tell you yes. Star ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Nígbà tẹ́ bá play tán kàn kó $200 fún yín. Ha, ẹ̀yin guys wọ́n sọ fún mi. Wọ́n sọ fún mi pé iye tán. He's an actor. I'm telling you, he's an actor. And he is just an aggressive actor. Sonny Obe, àwọn yẹn wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ nìkan jẹ́lé actor náà. Well, it is well. Amen. Hallelujah. Start àwọn yẹn nìyẹn. Tí wọ́n fi sojú yín dé kòtò. But at least, you know, I like Star for one thing. He doesn't hide his emotions. He will let you know. If he doesn't agree with you, that's it rough. But
Oma apologize.
Yes, he does apologize when he does wrong, because there was a time that he slapped Ogba Ekoninu our batsman reality Ratunde. Ratunde is a very, very cool guy. Man called bass voice. The bass vocal, you know, his bass vocal is very, very unique. It's not the typical, you know, musical, you know, bass vocal lines, but that his style, he's perfected it. Even the knee, Chamubangbo start don't calling, only ni Dele Bobo, Mubaro Deo, Dele Bobo, Mubar, Bob Ratunde, Mubaro Deo, Dele Bobo, Mubaro Deo. You know, he's just like me. He's not really singing straight baritone. He's just like meandering, and he won't clash. He won't clash with other parts. He's just good. He's a very unique guy. So me among other shele, this actually fall 18. But that leader and the captain at that point in time, we all heard about it. It start forward at Tunde Liti. Ratunde is not the first person to start Magbaliti.
nínú band.
Yes, not the first person.
Ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ ti máa ń rí dáadáa. Ẹ̀yin ńkọ́ ẹ ti chop ẹ̀ rí.
No.
Okay.
To be honest, even my one of my colleagues told me that after my first interview with you, only Femi, but ká má parọ́, nínú gbogbo wa pátápátá ìwọ ni star like jù. Yeah, money, yeah, it's true. Èyàn ò lè pé kó pé tán kó má kù díẹ̀ káàtó. That is why we are human beings. We are not God. We can't be perfect. But when you see people pointing out your flaws to you and you refuse to make amends, then that means pé onítọ̀hún gan is destined for ìparun ni. Because àríra wa tán, àwọn tó bá surround wa náà ló máa sọ fún wa pé hey, Mr. Dele, ẹ dá pé ẹ need kí náà pé powder, ẹ láàgùn ẹ jẹ́ ká fi powder, you don't see yourself but they see you. Bẹ̀tọ́ máa wá sọ fún yàn téèyàn wá gbà, a jẹ́ pé òun gan ó ní lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. So nǹkan tó fa ti star nìyẹn. I'm telling you, tí kò bá ń ṣe pé star ò gbọ́rọ̀, gbogbo wa ṣì wà Nàìjíríà dè ní, because we really believed in that man. That man is very, very talented. He's very, very accommodating. He's not like Sonny. He will give you room to operate in his band.
Ṣé KSA ò accommodating ẹ?
Yeah? KSA. Let me tell you KSA star. I have too many friends that played in KSA's band. That we know that they are very, very good guitar players. But by the time they leave KSA's band, they are non-entity.
Why?
Okay. Irú ẹ jẹ́ kí n rántí orin kíní kan, my destiny can never be changed. Be you see, it takes, because gbogbo irú àwọn star yẹn, àwọn Bob Ohiri nǹkan kan ló create irú àwọn star yẹn. Ẹ rí pé like techniques wọn kò ń ṣe technique self-taught guitar player. There's something tá ń pè ní alternate picking. They know their alternate picking very, very well. There are most guitar players tó jẹ́ pé downstroke nìkan náà mọ̀. Irú àwọn ẹni tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń play o, ṣùgbọ́n tí tempo bá ti lọ sókè báyìí, wọ́n máa ń já string ṣeré ni, because they have bad technique. Wọn mọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní alternate picking. So irú line tí mo sọ yìí nísìn, tẹ bá wà very skillful, tẹ lè play ẹ, tẹ lọ sí band sọ̀nù, tẹ ti rehearse gbogbo ẹ, nígbà tẹ bá dé band sọ̀nù, a ní sọ̀nù ní style bá ní 1-1.
1-1. Kí ni ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀?
Ṣẹ́rí line tí mo hàn mí, a ní máa ta ní 1-1. And as a guitar player, the more what's the word I'm looking for? The more complicated things you play, because everything tanshi is a muscle memory. The more complicated things you do, Shemo, it's your fingers connecting with your brain, and anything you don't use, you lose. So if you've been playing all that line, and you don't play that for like 2 years while you're playing in King Sanya Ade's band, and saying 1-1, 2 years later, you will not be able to play that thing the original way. And you know why he does that? He don't want you to showcase yourself. He won't give you room to showcase. He want to be the sole guy that everybody sees. Everybody else is a non-entity. I tell them what to play. I tell them what to do. Shina is not like that. Shina let us do whatever we want because he believes in us. He knows we are very, very skillful. We are very, very talented. Even this tabako, Lobito disco, tí mo bá decide pé mi ò play falasot faladut kididut ìgbà mi start lè kọrin yẹn lobito disco mo lè play mo lè decide láti máa play budundun budundun. That line that I played, you'll be surprised that by the end of that show, Star will write another song to that bass line, and he will call you later and tell you pé that line yẹn to play níjọ́ yẹn òun la máa fi ṣe the next record orin báyìí ni mo máa kọ sórí ẹ̀. That's how we will come up with another song for another record. But if you limit people to your own ideas alone, you're not just limiting yourself, you're limiting them too. At the end of the day, they become non-entities. And we can afford to do that because besides Shina Peters' band, we were studio session players that will play on so many albums for churches and individual bands and stuff. So, mi ò lè wá join the band kankan wá bọ́ mi jẹ́. Then where I make constant money, then I don't fit into that domain. No.
Now, two things ni mo mú jáde nu nǹkan tẹ́ sọ last. One, lápá kan mo rí pé pẹ̀lú Shina Peters kò ń ṣe pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bínú sí wọn tó àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bínú sí ara yín ni màá sọ. There are still positives.
Oh yeah.
Tó pọ̀ tẹ́ tí mo rí pé ń mú jáde.
Yes, and I will say one thing that Star did that blew my mind. You know, he's not perfect. He's not perfect. Gbogbo wa la ní àléébù. And what I believe that caused most of his own flaws is lack of education. If he was like very, very educated, he's informed. But that lack of education kind of limited him a little bit. You know, when you're not, ó dàbí àwọn tó kúrú, right? Wọ́n tend to ní agídí. If you've noticed that.
John.
wọ́n máa tend to lágídí. Kò kí ń ṣe pé èèyàn tó lágídí ni wọ́n put up that face ni láti compensate fún height tí wọ́n ní. Pé o lè chance mi kí ló ṣe ọmọ fi yẹn lẹ̀ kí nìkan àmàgbé dàrú. Wọ́n ṣe láti fi compensate fún height yẹn ni. And that happens to people that are not educated too. It's the same thing. They tend to be very, very aggressive, very defensive. Before you over cheat me ni they have it at the back of their mind. So that is what I would say about him. But besides that, you know, I think he's a good person. He's a good person. But when it comes to cheating band boys, he's not. He's not a good person. He's a badass. So one thing, yeah, that's what we say in the US. He's a badass. One thing that he did that really, really surprised me, that I should say to his credit, there was one time SSP came to the US and he sent somebody to us that he wanted us to come and play with him in Florida. Trust me, if that man needs us, he knows how to get in touch with us. All he needs to do is call one person.
Who is the person?
He can call Demola Quadri or call Ali.
Okay.
He might not know where we live and stuff, but he knows how to get in touch with us if he wants to. So he asked pé ká wá bá wọn play in Florida. Mo gbàgbé ẹni tá lọ play fún mi báyìí. It was a big event. Even though gbogbo wa ti di citizen and stuff. Ṣé mọ̀ pé gbogbo táwa kúrò ní band yẹn a fi passport wa lẹ̀ fún wọn. We left without the passport. So he was still in possession of our passport.
In Nigeria?
Yeah. He brought our passports back to Nigeria. And reason tí a ṣe béèrè passport wa ni pé àwa ti mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn tó ti já dànù síwájú àwa wọ́n fún wọn passport wọn. Wọ́n ní ẹni ṣubú ó kó ara yòókù lọ́gbọ́n, right? Even though akéré, we are very observant. That is why you don't do bad to àwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn. wọ́n lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe rí generation àwọn the younger generation the Gen Zs. My kids are grown now. I have kids in the university. When you say something that they don't agree with, they don't argue with you. You know what they do? They have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Why can't we plan what you're seeing? And you be like, ha, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Let me tell you a story. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, you know, she's the wife of a pastor. Ọmọ wọn ló fẹ́ join military. Wọ́n ní láíláí kò ṣe ní generation Y. That's not happening in our family. Nobody joins the military. Ọmọ nag every day. No, you should face your studies. Blah. Guess what? He just went to school one day. Just came with the with the document. They sign fúnra rẹ̀ in school. Once you are 18 years old, you are an adult. Ó ti ń sọ fún wọn láti 16 years old tí wọ́n gbà. Ọmọ máa nagẹ̀ pé o mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. I want you to become a pastor. You're gonna do the work of God. Ọmọ dẹ̀ sọ pé that's not my calling. That might be yours calling. That's not my calling. Because my sister's husband is a pastor. Guess what? Ó kàn gbé pépà wá bá wọn gbélé wọn lọ́wọ́ ni wọ́n rí United States Air Force lórí ẹ̀ with his picture on it. Ó dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn pé I'm getting deployed next week. So ṣé ẹ máa lọ sí White House pé ẹ fẹ́ lọ protesting? He's an adult. That your own opinion is your own opinion. They have the right to their own opinion, and they have the right to go with whatever opinion they have. You can't force them to do what they don't want to do. And nǹkan tí àwọn bàbá táwa bá play when we were young tí wọ́n understand it, even though àwọn ṣe Gen Z, we had the same mindset. Àwọn bá gbàlagbà argue. Tó bá ti ní pé ọ̀nà nugbó ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbà, kò sí problem. Àwa lọ wo ọ̀nà nugbó yẹn tó fẹ́ lọ gbé wa gbà yẹn, àdẹ̀wà exit nínú nugbó yẹn.
Now kí n tó lọ sórí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe kúrò gan àti nǹkan tó bí yín nú gangan, ẹ ti sọ díẹ̀ lára ẹ̀ nípa ti Salvatore Coratolo ẹ sọ nǹkan pa kéèsì lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹni it doesn't allow people to express themselves.
Yes.
But he gave Bobalade Niyi all the free spaces to express himself.
Yes, he didn't get this bad overnight. It's like àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí àwọn old musician yẹn tán ti ṣe KSA ní KSA fi ń jẹ àwọn the newer generations. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he never used to be like that. Like Leon Majek Kaleta, he's my friend. We talk about KSA all the time. Remember, even I was the one that convinced him to go ahead and do that interview. He didn't want to do it. But he said a lot to me. He said a lot to me. But I just convinced him. I said, look, you're not doing this for yourself. You are doing it for the younger generation. Ṣé ìmọ̀ bóyá ọmọ yín máa jẹ́ musician lọ́la tó máa lọ play guitar fún ọmọ King Sunny Ade. Wọ́n ní ọmọ tá jẹ́ bá bí kalẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi parí òwe.
Àmì ò mọ̀.
Àjẹ́ ní òjò. So if you don't educate your own children today, they will be victims of people like that children tomorrow. My children are musicians too. Both of them are drummers. You call them and say, hey, I have a gig. The first thing about Lamoy, how much is the gig paying? If you don't come with money first, once they hang up their phone, they are blocking your number. Because at the end of the day, music is business. Why would you go get gig? You got paid, but you want me to come and play for free?
And you should be that. But it's calling by motorina.
Benny, ojú la fi rí.
Ẹ rí àwọn mọ́tò yẹn báyìí.
Kí iná kó wá.
Kó kọ́kọ́rọ́ wa.
Benny.
Mélòó?
21, I believe.
21 brand new cars.
Yeah.
The Wool Razor.
Yeah.
Abi?
Yeah. Miriam Babangida la lọ play fún. during Babangida's regime. But look, èmi believe pé àìmọ̀kan ni kọ́lọ̀ má ṣe wá ní ojú ọ̀rọ̀ lárí, because at the end of the day the wúrẹ́sà lẹ́ni táná lè gbé the wúrẹ́sà fún lẹ́ni tó máa rò pé òun gba mọ́tò. You get what I'm saying? Táná lè gbé the wúrẹ́sà fún lẹ́ni tó máa rò pé òun gba the wúrẹ́sà yàtọ̀ sí márúwá, the wúrẹ́sà tí ò ní speedometer. So wọ́n ní àṣẹlẹ̀ làbọ̀ wá bá ṣe rí, kò ń ṣe pé kéèyàn lọ máa tọrọ jẹ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀, but téèyàn bá ṣe dáadáa wàláì star ní enough guys abroad tó jẹ́ pé bó jẹ́ ká máa send $50 see every month, we can do it. Ká máa send any $100 gbogbo wa every month, we can do it. But when we look back at things he did to us, we won't do it.
ó mi pé ẹ ti move on yẹn.
Yes, ti move on. Ṣé rí téèyàn bá ṣe yín ní jàǹbá tọ́nà bá yọ yín nínú ewu yẹn, you don't be that stupid and go and plant yourself in that same thing again. You love that person from a distance. That is why you see that none of us is messing with them.
But it's a draw. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ juju band leaders ní Nigeria. Anyone bad?
Yes.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ dárúkọ your commander sílẹ̀, your King Sunny Adé, your anybody.
Nope. Àwọn yẹn gan worse ju Shina Peters lọ.
Ẹ
Mo sọ with all.
But ẹ close pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yin àti baba King Sunny Adé súnmọ́ra náà.
Well, I've done sound for him twice in the US. Ṣẹ́rí, mo ní reservations mi, and tí mi ò bá ní concrete evidence, mi ò ní máa sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ. Mi ò ní máa sọ nǹkan tí mo sọ. I have concrete evidence. There was a time friend mi kan, promoter ni. Ṣẹ́rí, èmi mo hate wickedness. Kéèyàn dájú kó má ní remorse, kó má bìkítà nǹkan tí Yorùbá ń pè ní, kó má bìkítà, kó má care about consequence. Mo lọ́ọ̀rẹ́ kan promoter ni, so ó contact mi pé òun fẹ́ ṣe show KSA, òun fẹ́ ṣe ní Atlanta, òun fẹ́ ṣe ní Maryland, blah blah blah, this and that. And mo ní sound company that I rent out, sound system, lightings and stuff. So I said, sure. But kò ní connections in Maryland, because Maryland kò ló ń gbé. Mo ní kó wá sí Maryland, mo dey introduce ẹ sáwọn èèyàn. We organized the show. The show was beautiful. And we paid King Sanya $20,000. Check me. $20,000. Ó kù $5,000. Wọ́n ti fún wọn lówó yẹn. Ó kù $5,000. Balance. When KSA came, he parked right outside the entrance, and he ordered none of his musicians not to come down until they bring that $5,000 to him. So America is not a cash economy. Mama ko cash kakiri. Now it's not in the American system. Let me transfer it to you. He didn't come down. Gbogbo èrò dẹ̀ wà nínú hall yẹn tán ti sanwó wọlé, gbogbo wọn dẹ̀ padà lọ gba owó wọn lẹ́nu ọ̀nà. Nígbà tó lu wọ́n ti dé láti bí 9 o'clock o, nígbà tó lu 11 wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ gbowó wọn padà, wọ́n bọ́ta. Àwọn people yẹn láti máa hustle àwọn èèyàn, láti máa gbowó àwọn èèyàn tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń dé títí tí 5,000 yẹn fi pé. Wọ́n wá lọ kó fún wọn nínú mọ́tò, wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá bọ́lẹ̀ wá. Half the audience were gone.
ẹ̀kúlẹ̀ tí wọ́n tètè ṣe yẹn níbẹ̀rẹ̀ kan tẹ̀ fi save day.
Well, that's the flaw they have. That is their business flaws. But nǹkan tí èmi rí tí kò bá èmi lára mu ni pé out of $20,000 that you were paid, àwa wà nínú American system, náírà kọ́ là ń ná. We know how much everything cost. Mo wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn boys yẹn pé so after show pé so because they were hustling me fẹ̀mú bàbá mo ṣẹ́tù àkíníkọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀yin guys ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pawó kí ló ń ṣe 20k náà má ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kó èmi gan bá wọn káwó yẹn 20k náà má ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kó fún ọ̀gá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ pé ẹ ti pawó jìnnà kọ́lọ̀ fọ̀rùn kẹ́bọ̀dà ṣínà ọmọrògà because like fẹ́mú owó yẹn àní sísì bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
inú $20,000
one dime they don't have in it. Guess how much tán ṣe àníjọ́ yẹn?
Hello?
$100. Inú $100 yẹn náà ti máa jẹun till the next gig. America ń ṣe bí 13 play every day bí Nigeria party bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti Wednesday àbí Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. America orí ẹ̀kẹ́ tó rí party Friday á jẹ́ pé ìdáná kẹ̀dẹ̀rí band ò ń play lọ títí MC ló máa rojọ́ látàárọ̀ dalẹ̀ wọ́n bá gba band wọ́n kàn fi instrument yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ ni Saturday gangan ní party. So those àwọn guys yẹn wọ́n á máa wá struggle wọ́n máa wá pín àwọn èèyàn tó wọ́n bá ti fẹ́ tán they start to panic. Guess what? Wọ́n ní rí King Sunny Ade until the next show. He makes sure that they don't stay at the same hotel. He will be at a different hotel. They will be at a different hotel. So they have nobody.
So kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ lọ complain fún.
No.
Ebi ń pa mí ò sí.
Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Okay, ìtorí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe ní pé àgbàlagbò kì í gé ọmọdé jẹ kó wá máa béèrè pé báwo kí ló fa ẹkún. Àwa ṣètò wá nípa àwọn boys ń sá lọ. Wọ́n ṣe ní sá lọ. Àwa gan la máa gbé mọ́tò dúró sẹ́nu ọ̀nà gig wọ́n máa ti ṣe tán báyìí ọmọ ẹ̀yin guys ẹ̀ kó sínú mọ́tò àwa la máa kó wọn kú.
So ẹ̀yin lè máa influence àwọn tó ń jà yẹn pé.
Because we will talk to them, we will try to see their welfare, how they live. Ṣé àwọn guys tẹ̀ ń wò yẹn yàtọ̀ sí uniform ìtòrí ẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo juju band and stuff wọ́n máa make sure pé kàn wọ uniform. Ṣé ẹ̀yin rí àwọn afrobeat tó ń wọ uniform? Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ rí band Wizkid ẹ̀ rí ti Burna Boy ẹ̀ rí àṣà ṣé rí kọ́ wọ uniform? Those guys will wear their own personal jeans and stuff. You know why we do that in juju music? Tẹ́ bá ní kàn wọ aṣọ ara wọn wá.
Àwọn ìyàwó faded buba.
Faded buba kẹ ẹ rò pé mẹkáníìkì wá join ní lórí stage. Ẹ rò pé mẹkáníìkì ó kàn bọ́ta láti abẹ́ móòlù ẹ̀ tó ti ń tú axle.
So kò sí nǹkan kan.
Nothing. Àwọn ọ̀gá ló ń gbádùn ẹ̀ torí ẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ máa rí pé ẹ rí ọ̀gá tó ti kọ́lé 3, 4, 5 àwọn gáàsì ṣe tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mọ àṣírí juju band ẹ má lọ nígbà tán ti ń play ẹ lọ bí 1 hour nígbà tán ti set táwọn engineer wọn ti set instrument tán ti ń wire everything ìgbà yẹn ni kẹ́ lọ bẹ̀ kẹ́ máa wo ìgbà tí wọ́n máa dé lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ìmí máa fẹsẹ̀ rìn wá ní láti ọ̀nà túnútúnú ìmí ọ̀kadà ló máa gbé wá ìmí àdé máa sọ fún yín pé wọ́n máa gbé kámẹ́rà síwájú ẹ̀ á lóun ti kọ́lé 6 hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì gan lòun kọ́ lọ báyìí ọ̀kadà dẹ̀ ló gbé wá sí the next gig ṣé ẹni tó kọ́lé 6 tó ń kọ́ hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì lọ́wọ́ ṣé ọ̀kadà ló yẹ kó máa gbé like who are you fooling? And I understand tí wọ́n bá lé wọn ní band ibo náà fẹ́ lọ. So these people know that they are capitalizing on your desperation.
Then tí Shina Peters bá léèyàn okay tí King Sunny Ade bá léèyàn ní band ò ló fẹ́ lọ.
style kì í léyàn náà.
no mo kàn ń sọ ni pé
tó bá léyàn.
èèyàn ti wà ní ó ń play pẹ̀lú band tí ó wà ní level by wọ́n wá lè kúrò ń bẹ̀. tó bá lọ sí band tó bí lo àwọn èèyàn máa ṣe ẹ̀yẹ́ ẹ̀ ní pé.
ok ẹ jẹ́ n wá sọ reason kan fún yín tí KSA bá léyàn ní band ẹ ẹni yẹn ò lè fit into any band tó ń play láyé sí. You know the reason why? Because ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ pẹ̀lú style music tó ń play yẹn. Imagine kí ẹ máa play music ọ máa play kan 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 nǹkan tó máa ní kó máa play nìyẹn fún ọdún mẹ́ta ọdún márùn tó bá wà báńkì wọ́n wá lé ẹ kúrò mẹ́wàá ló fẹ́ lọ jẹ́ Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ tó ń kọ níní owó ẹ̀dá ṣe bí ká dára you can't fit into that band. You will never ever fit into that band because your skill level is way below what they do. So lè fi irú skill level àwọn tó ń play fún Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ kẹ́ máa fi wé skill level King Sunny Ade. No, want àwọn musicians KSA they are way below. Nǹkan tó ń kàn fi ń kó àwọn èèyàn jẹ ni that àwàdà kẹ́ríkẹ́rí orí stage yẹn. Kíní kan ló ní orógbó ó ṣe kíní kan wá gbà sí orógbó. All those things are good and you know he's created that name for himself, so his generation still adore him, not because of the quality of his music. The quality of his music is not up to par.
So collaborate nǹkan tí Ṣẹ́gun Awẹ́ sọ pé kí KSA ti sọ retire ni àbí.
Because his music is mediocrity. Nǹkan tó ń play Nigeria àwọn òṣèré máa play ẹ̀ tán bá wá sí US.
Wọn kì í play bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
No. wọ́n máa rehearse para wọn ní kan tó wá US. I'm telling you they play very well o tó máa ń bọ̀ US. That is why even sometimes they hire like professionals.
So kò kí n ṣe pé KSA ò lè play but style tí bóyá nǹkan kí n sọ pé nǹkan tá a fẹ́ gbọ́ Nigeria náà ń play fún wa bí bí a kì í mo lè put ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀.
No, I won't say that because tí n bá sọ pé nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ ní Nigeria non play. You see, as an artist you have that creative control to take your music to whatever direction you want to take it and see the reaction of the audience. If it's something they like, you stick with it. If it's something they don't like, you amend it, you adjust it to their taste. Because at the end of the day, I'm playing music for I'm playing for audience. Nǹkan tí mo ń sọ yìí pé music KSA àwàdà kẹ́ríkẹ́rí ni. A whole lot of people say it now.
But àwọn èèyàn kì í mo ti gbọ́ dáadáa. Àwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ even from band leaders.
Yeah.
But wọn kò sẹ́ni tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti wá sọ.
And because they have a lot to lose. They have a lot to lose. Me, I don't have anything to lose. I'm not a band leader. I'm not planning to go and play with KSA tomorrow. And I care less. I'm just saying things from an observer's perspective.
Taleri don't play music, the style of music KSA play. Tefi gon ṣe dáadáa tó lè improve lórí ẹ̀.
Oh, they're already doing it. I will mention SB. I didn't even know SB when I started following his music. And recently, I started following this guy called Shegun Johnson.
Okay.
And also, there is this guy that I like his music also, Sami Michael.
Yeah, Sami, that's my guy.
And recently, maybe like 3-4 weeks ago, I heard of this guy's music. Shegun Nabi. Shegun Nabi, Shina Peters ni ẹ. But ó yàtọ̀. Kò ń ṣe Shina style ló ń kọ. Ó kàn ń under Shina Peters style ni. Also another guy I like is this Ilaje guy. What's his name? Demola Suzy.
Yeah, Demola Suzy.
Yes. Actually, I was supposed to work with him on one of his albums. He was introduced to me by a very big friend of mine.
Ìkálẹ̀ ni Demola Suzy. Not Elijah.
Okay,
He's good.
Yeah,
Very good.
He is. Even though I've never met him in person, but we've spoken over
Very,
the
very
phone.
good.
I was supposed to work with him on one of his albums.
Our followers one point.
Yeah, his music is good, and the guy is. You can tell that he's musically sound. He's musically inclined. Sherry, there are certain things. Emarite your mache. Unless you are musically inclined, you'll not be able to do those kind of things. Even though you are singing juju is just simplified, owambe. I would say it's static owambe. It's not like high life goes like this. High life is not like juju. Juju, you can anticipate the progression of juju, but high life, you can't anticipate the progression of high life. High life, make sure you are very attentive and you are following it.
So complex juju.
High life complex. Most juju players don't play anything. They play around Ade Shina Peters, Victor Lai, Idio Conta, and they can play.
Kò kí n ṣe ara nǹkan tó affect music King Sunny Ade nìyẹn. Kò sí àwọn tó lè play the original form of the KSA style mọ́ ni ó fi jẹ́ pé nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn ń play fún wọn làwọn náà ń gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Èyí tó wò from that angle.
Kò ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá according to nǹkan tẹ́ sọ, tẹ́ bá notice pé gbogbo àwọn Bob Ohiri, Baba Aládé níyì nǹkan kan yẹn. Ẹ rí i pé ẹ rántí orúkọ wọn, right? Because they had room to operate in the band. Ní gbogbo wa ṣe mọ̀ wọ́n. Ẹ dárúkọ àwọn tó ń play ní band King Sunny Ade fún mi sìn. Ṣé rí pé yìí náà rántí ẹ mọ̀ anybody, even though wọ́n pọ̀ lọ́rẹ́ ṣúà lórí stage, because they are nobody.
Identity wọn ò dàbí tàwọn tàtijọ́ yẹn. Bóyá nítorí pé àwọn tàtijọ́ yẹn credit máa wà lẹ́yìn record as wọ́n máa ń credit.
Yàtọ̀ sí yẹn tẹ́ bá ṣebí mi ò mọ Jonah rí tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n wá Sunny wá play ní Máfolúkú jọ kan. Mo kàn gbọ́ téèyàn kan fire keyboard ni. Èmi náà I'm an instrumentalist, but this one is not a juju musician.
Pẹ̀lú nǹkan
tó ń play. I just had to walk there. I barricade everywhere. I had to walk there to go see who this guy is. Even his outlook, you can tell he's not a Nigerian. But guess what? Tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn tí ó ní tó ní vision, èèyàn kì í sọ pé àgbàlagbà ò ní làákàyè, tó ní vision, right? Èèyàn máa ń múrú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. You use them to build your band. Do you know that it doesn't take multi-instrumentalists in your band to have a solid band? All you need is just one formidable guy that really knows what he's doing, and he will influence everybody else. You start bringing their standards up. But if they come to your band and you're killing their shine because they don't want people to know them, torí pé àwọn Baba Aládé ní lórúkọ, àwọn kìnnì kan lórúkọ, and you're killing their shine, at the end of the day you're killing your music too. It's a two-edged sword. Okay. And that is the reason why you see that Sherry back in the days, àwọn artists yẹn wọn kì í ní producer. You know why? Because all their musicians are producers.
Because some kálukú máa play.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ bá tí Bob Ohiri bá dé tó dé basis náà ni okay, let me do bàbá kan bí náà lè ní okay, let me try this. That's production right there. Now you have 3 producers. But that you never give credit to. Sherry, according to how the credit system works, tẹ́ bá lè fẹ́ ṣe music nsìn, tẹ́ni okay, right orin báyìí pé àgbè ló láró kì í rárùn aró àlùkò ló ló sùn, kí wọ́n sọ fún yín pé ẹ má kọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ ṣe kọ báyìí pé àgbè ló láró aluko ló sùn lékè kì í rárun. Once I twist something in what you've done originally, I'm a co-writer of your song.
Okay.
You have to give me credit.
That leads to contribution.
Yes.
What you deserve.
Yes. If you don't give me credit and the contribution I just gave to you, sharing also save most of our musicians in here. Don't claim right. I'm kinikan. So by pé phone ti wà láyé ìgbà yẹn ni. Lawsuit yà ti pọ̀ jù Nigeria. Lawsuit yà ti pọ̀ jù ní Nigeria because they used a whole lot of people. People would dump ideas for them.
Ṣé torí pé ẹ̀yin ti because ó ní nǹkan tó lead mi débi tí wọ́n ní kẹ́tì ẹ̀ dúró náà mo fẹ́ padà síbẹ̀ nsìn torí pé ẹ ti jáde ẹ ti rí bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan differently
bẹ́ẹ̀
elsewhere
bẹ́ẹ̀
and inú mi dùn this is the second interview tí a máa ṣe and the second one náà fún ẹni tó wá létí kó gbọ́
bẹ́ẹ̀
music ó sì lè wà profitable
mo tẹ́ mi ń sọ fún yín.
ó sì lè wà profitable gbogbo ẹ̀ náà kọ́ ni pé wọ́n cheat tó bá fẹ́ kọ́ cheat ẹ̀ wọ́n cheat ẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní alábùkún fún ni ẹni tó fi ọ̀bọ lọ.
so ẹ̀yin tí ń fọgbọ́n fi àwọn insight kan sílẹ̀ pé àwọn ọ̀nà wà tá a fi lè even for band leaders àwọn kankan wà tí band leaders lè ṣe tó jẹ́ pé improve music ẹ̀ because lè máa ṣe now àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé ibi tí mo fẹ́ lọ yìí ẹ lè má fẹ́ kí n débẹ̀ but mo fẹ́ lọ bẹ̀ àwọn kan wà pé wọ́n ti wà ní America yẹn táwọn náà ti rí ta ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n àwọn náà wọ́n cheat èèyàn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ a ní wọn rẹpẹtẹ níbẹ̀.
ẹ cite example tẹ́bà wá cite ẹ̀ máa yín cite.
máa cite example fún iṣẹ́ rí àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé they've been taken out of Africa to America but Africa reside inside of them. gbogbo àwọn ìwà burúkú ta ní níbí yẹn wọ́n báàgì wọ́n dì sínú báàgì àpòdọ̀họ́ wá síbẹ̀. àìmọye band tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa play tán wọ́n á ti agree o pé iye báyìí làwọn máa san wọ́n á dẹ̀ play tán ẹ wá rí i pé wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ jà bí ìgbà tẹ́ wà ní Mushin wọ́n á máa fọ́gò mọ́lẹ̀ fúnra wọn pé láyé ọmọ iye ta sọkọ́ nìyẹn o irọ́ ò lè ṣe. What in the world? Most of the times current instrument mi òun ni mo máa fi ń rí gbogbo àwọn sòlútù ni wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jà ṣẹ́rí àwọn nǹkan yẹn kò kí ń hàn sí fans so wọn kì í rí àṣírí yẹn pé ẹni tẹ́ gbà sí pátì a sí ìmàsọ̀dálẹ̀ ó pe àwọn èèyàn kan wá bẹ́ẹ̀ play tán àwa kó gbogbo same style tó ń ṣe ń bíbà wọ́n á kọ expenses ẹ rent instrument lọ́wọ́ mi ìkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ rí mo rent it was a small party mo rent instrument fún èèyàn kan fún $600 èèyàn tí mo mọ̀ ní o $600 yẹn involves all the equipment transportation tí mo bá fi transport lọ sound engineering àti máa sanwó fún àwọn roadie tó ń pack instrument o kẹ́bà lè mọ̀ pé mo fi ṣe favour fún because each one of those tó ń bá mi kó equipment $100 ni mo fún wọn fún gig and I have 3 of them $300 gan and I charge $600 at the end of the day ìkan nínú àwọn bambo ẹsẹ̀ wá pè mí pé kí n jọ mo fẹ́ béèrè honest question kan lọ́wọ́ mi ni èlò lè mi rent instrument yẹn fún bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn mo dẹ̀ ní èwo ni there's no secret in this I rented the tune for $600 you know how much he told them 1,200
multiply by 2
so ó multiply yẹn ó dẹ̀ yọ owó yẹn nínú àpótí expenses when he had no expenses àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe bí ní bíbá ló gbé lọ sọ́hún yẹn wọ́n lọ rent instrument wọ́n lè lọ help rent instrument ní whole pricing ní 4,000 naira tó bá gbé dé tá bá lò tán wọ́n á ní kàn yọ 100,000 ó lè jẹ́ 8,000 naira náà rent gbogbo instrument yẹn wọ́n á ní kàn yọ 100,000 ṣẹ́yìn tẹ̀lé wọn lọ rent instrument ẹ fẹ́ bá wọn argue but nǹkan táwọn understand ni pé irú àwa tá à ń lọ sí church tá a wà ní choir and stuff that same place táwa ti lọ rent instrument tẹ́ máa sọ fún mi pé rent ẹ̀ ní 100,000 àwa náà máa ń padà lọ́bẹ̀ lọ rent ẹ̀ fún choir day church wa tá a mọ iye tí wọ́n rent ẹ̀. That is why we are bitter to someone like Shina Peters sometimes. But why would you be doing that? Why would you be taking 500k for each vehicle? So I will find out many years later. Ipe àṣerọ ni ẹ̀kan yọ owó yẹn sápò.
Ó ní ọ̀tẹ̀ play fún tí wọ́n fowó rán sí ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n fowó jíṣẹ́ l'Amẹ́ríkà.
Oh yeah. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Abẹ́rẹ́ sọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àmọ́ fẹ́ sọ. I don't care. I want people to learn from my experience, and I want those people to know that they are ohun tó pamọ́ sí kọ́lọ́fín. A kàn lè decide láti máa sọ̀rọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ó hàn sí gbangba. Ṣé mo ìgbà míì wà tó yẹ pé experience nǹkan ẹ rò pé mo ti pọ̀ ju eléyìí lọ. So bàbá Olúfàjẹ́mi Rókùn ló wá play ní Maryland. Wọ́n rent instrument mi. Mo dẹ̀ kó instrument lọ síbẹ̀. All I did was set up for them. I don't play with them. I don't play with bands. I stopped that long time ago. Nọ́mbà bẹ̀ mí pé Femi Sanya jọ. So wọ́n mú onígangan kan wá Tafa tó ń play fún KSA tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n mú wá láti Minnesota. Wọ́n mú kọ́nà fọ́ọ̀mù kẹ́ ID Nobu. Wọ́n mú ID Nobu wá. ID Nobu yẹn ní keyboardist Olúọmọrí nígbà tó ń rìn. Wọ́n bá ní pé kí n jọ Femi jọ. He knows me as Shina Peters bassist. Kí n jọ kí n bá wọn play. Mo dẹ̀ ní bàbá mi ò bá yàn play mọ́ for a very long time. Even gan nǹkan tí mo rent equipment fún yín, I don't do it. No rent instrument fún juju band and stuff. I only do like American stuff. But ojú ló ń rojú ṣàánú. Ni wọ́n bá ṣàbẹ̀ mí pé kí n jọ ṣé mo lè lọ gbé bass guitar mi wá kí wọ́n bá wọn play. Mo ní ilé méjì. Wọ́n bá pè mí sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, wọ́n ṣàbẹ̀ mí bẹ̀ mí. Mo bá lọ. Mo bá drive padà sí Baltimore. It's like 45 minutes to 1 hour drive. One way. Mo lọ gbé bass guitar mi wá. Mo wá bá wọn play. The gig was really bad though. The gig was bad to the point pé celebrant rìn wá bá síwájú Mr. Olú báyìí pé Mr. Olú ṣé music ta san $3,000 fún yín lẹ́n play. $600 dẹ̀lẹ̀ mi charge wọn fún instrument. They say music that play that san $3,000 fún lẹ́n play. The gig was really bad. Everything was there gbára wọn. So at the end of the day, wọ́n play tán. They still made some money. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ sókè mi ò mọ̀ pé wọ́n lodge sí òkè hotel ni because it was inside of a hotel. Ni wọ́n láwọn lọ kawó lókè. And me, I had to pack my instruments. Mo ṣá pack instrument mi. So tó ń tẹ́ mi ni Tafa bá wá sísàlẹ̀ ló bá wá bá mi ló bá ní pé Fẹ́mi pé òun ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ release CD yìí ni pé kí n gbọ́ CD. So he gave me the CD and I was like, congratulations, that's nice. Ló bá ní òun tún ní another thing tó ń fẹ́ sọ fún mi. Mo ní kí ni nǹkan náà. Ó ní pé ìgbà táwọn kawó pé kí n má bínú pé ikú gbàgbé mi àrùn gbàgbé mi o. Pé àwọn ti pín owó tán káwọn tó rántí pé àwọn ò máa pín Fẹ́mi Sanya lówó. was like so ẹ ti pín owó tán kẹ́ tó rántí pé ẹ pín mi lówó.
tẹ lọ gbé gítà láti.
mo ní so ẹ lè ní pé okay everybody iye tẹ́ gbà lélẹ̀ okay everybody ó yẹ mú $10 wá èlò náà náà pa níjọ́ yẹn I think they made each one of them shared like $200 or $250 something like that. It's not the money that matters bí kò kí n ṣe the way that whole thing went about. Ṣé mi ò pọ̀ ju $250 lọ? Ó ṣà fún mi ní hug pé kí n má bínú kìnnìkan mo ní kò sí problem. Me already made $600 from my equipment. Equipment ò jẹ́ epo, kò jẹ́ gas, kò jẹ́ petrol. So I was like no problem. So ó lọ. At the end of the day, bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe park tán, the last thing tí mo jù sínú mọ́tò bí ID Nobu ṣe dé nìyẹn. Ẹ̀gbọ́n dò bá mi ṣayé, that's his last name. Kọ́lọ̀ fọ̀rùn kẹwọn. Wọ́n bá dé wọ́n bá ní pé Fẹ́mi jọ ṣebí Baltimore ló lọ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní àṣé mo lè ride pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ mo ní sure mo dẹ̀ fún wọn ní ride. So wá ta wá ń lọ bó ṣe bèrè lọ́ọ̀ mi nìyẹn pé ṣé Tàfà kówó ẹ̀ fún ẹ. I was like Tàfà kówó fún mi báwo? No, Tàfà ò kówó fún mi, story tó gbélé fún mi lélẹ̀. Ó ní kò dẹ̀ da nǹkan tí Tàfà ṣe yìí o. At the end of the day, he now told me everything. It was the plan of Tàfà and Oliver Jemiroku. So all that sharing here, it was just a what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? It was just a formality.
Lamban.
Yeah, Lamban. Wọ́n gbé mi ní handicap ni. Ṣé rántí pé same thing wọ́n ṣe fún mi àti ẹ̀gbọ́n Bashiru ní Shina Peters. Wọ́n ṣe 9,000 náà kó 3,000 lé wa lọ́wọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ṣojú star wọ́n máa ṣe àgbogbo owó yẹn normal. Tí star bá ti gbowó tiẹ̀ tó dìde báyìí. Èèyàn kan ní ó yáyá àwọn guys wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé ni kò yẹ kó máa gbarú owó yẹn ó yáyá fún mi ní 4,000 owó ilé fún mi ní 5 owó ilé.
So ó mean pé in totality band leaders kọ́ ló bàjẹ́.
Even the bandsmen are wicked. That one older generation they are very wicked. I'm telling you, they are very wicked.
Ẹ̀yin náà bá wọn jí owó nu band Shina Peters free.
No, I never did.
Wọ́n máa ń ṣe.
Yes, mo
wọ́n dẹ̀ kí n ṣe àyìn.
Ṣé mi there's hardly a gig tí mo dúró gbowó wọn máa ń bá mi gbowó mi ni. Lémi jẹ́ pé à ń parí show báyìí tá bá ṣe show ní alẹ́ Saturday mọ́júmọ́ àárọ̀ Sunday mo ń play fún church méjì ìsídà kí n lọ Ayọ̀ní tó wà ní Bisam I was their music director mo ń play fún Fountain of Life ní Lùpẹ́jú mo dẹ̀ tún play fún Ayọ̀ní Express. So tá bá ti ṣe tán báyìí tí Shina kàn parí kíní báyìí mo ń gbé taxi straight mo ń get out because it could take them another 2 hours kan tó kawó tán. So how can anybody say I shared in their money? If they shared me, it's unknown to me. But I wouldn't be a party to that because I didn't need to. I was living with my parents. I wasn't paying any bills. Mo ń jẹun ọ̀fẹ́, mo ń lọ school ọ̀fẹ́. I had no reason, and more so, I was a good session man, good session player. Man lọ from one studio to the other ni. Most of the time nǹkan tá a máa play tán táwọn ìgbà míì tá a nípa owó èmi máa ń fáwọn bàbá yẹn lówó tó máa fi wọ mọ́tò. Most of them they like me a lot o. Mostly àwọn roadie wa tó máa ń kó speakers and stuff yìí gbogbo wọn náà jù mí lọ bọ̀dá Fẹ́mi náà máa ń pè mí even though wọ́n jù mí lọ because guess what a lè pa 5,000 kí n share 3,000 naira fún wọn because a lè lọ láti bí lọ sí Màdúgùrí lọ play kó jẹ́ pé 2,000 naira náà máa fún wọn each one of them inú ẹ̀ náà ti máa jẹun náà máa jẹun bọ̀ àwa lè wá lọ play o káwa wá pa 15,000 each person lè gba 15,000 wá lé o 10,000
tí wọ́n yẹn 2,000
tí wọ́n ń change even to the point pé gbogbo àwọn bọ̀dá àlè gan ló máa ń bá mi jà ń gbà yẹn pé Femi, what is wrong with you? ṣé o ní nǹkan fowó ṣe ni? Because Shemo, I come from a background where my parents were rich. My dad passed away, and we went from here straight down. My dad is a medical doctor, and we were going to private school, boarding school in Ghana. And we went from there after my dad died to living in a 1-bedroom house, Loshodi. Our man, my siblings. So when I really see people who are struggling, who can make ends meet, it really touches my heart. And you see what you're doing? You are an advocate for the voiceless musicians. You see how expressive I am? Not every musician is that expressive. Some of them have a lot to say, but they can't process their thought. They don't have that delivery method. They don't have it. They don't have it. So inú wọn ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń fẹ́ sọ inú ló wà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní hunhun ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ni. Inú ẹ̀ ló máa jẹrà sí. And that's why you see that most of them are bitter. When they get to the corner, they talk how bad the guy is. When the guy is right in front of them, they speak so highly of him. Yeah.
Femi Kuti, kí ni jẹ́ ní relationship kan pẹ̀lú wọn?
Not him in person.
Okay.
But all his musicians I know.
No,
from the first set àwọn Mambo, Deola, Ibodoto, Obeki, Branyinka. I know a whole different set of Femi Kuti's band.
Kí ni wọ́n máa ń sọ nípa band tí wọ́n? Ṣó yàtọ̀ sí juju band?
Ó yàtọ̀ sí juju band. Ó tí wọ́n náà bad, but ó sì fair ju juju band lọ.
Nínú juju àti Fuji, èwo ló terrible jù?
Fuji terrible ju juju lọ. Ẹ mọ reason tí mo ṣe sọ pé Fuji terrible ju juju lọ, because most àwọn tó ń play Fuji, àwọn uneducated musicians ló ń play Fuji. Àfi Fuji ìsìn tó jẹ́ pé now you have keyboard player, you have saxophonist, you have gbogbo àwọn guys yẹn, trust me, wọn ní lọ bá yín play lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́, ọ̀gá máa settle wọn lọ́tọ̀ ni. And that used to happen in Shina Peters band too. The only thing that will kàn fight fún only be live shows. We are play live. Wọ́n pín owó kan kàdé rí pé 5 million lápá kalẹ̀. Kẹwàá máa fún 3,000 lọ́lé. We don't say anything. Because taba sọ̀rọ̀, all of them will gang up against us. Because most of them are high service guys to Oga, so that taba máa lọ talk only mú wọn lọ. So if you say something and kí ló dé, ìwọ náà ṣàrójú lẹ̀, ṣé 3,000 ṣé kò tó ẹni, ṣé, you know, they will wọ́n roko sí side Ọ̀gá ni, so that only gain the favour Ọ̀gá to return. But I won't lie to you, I will give a demo. I don't care if you take me to your tour or not. You're gonna pay me. So when we record albums, yes, we demand to be paid, because I don't play. Album is not just a one-time thing. Gig, I don't play gig. I about to play total kurumbe, kurumbe. That's the end of that show. It's not like even though I now manager to my long by life, you know, to my lot ta fún àwọn celebrant. At a new manager kan, he was notorious for that. Baba ṣe parí show báyìí àti lọ. Even wọ́n tẹ̀ ní record àti tiẹ̀. Tàbá ń play báyìí, ìgbà mi ò lè lọ gbé sórí speaker níwájú tí star gan ní mọ̀. Ọgbà mi, you know, a cohoot pẹ̀lú àwọn bọ̀dá wọlé wọ́n á fún ní copy life kan ó ń go shopping ní máa shop around fún highest bidder. So and Star too knew. After a while he knew and he started blocking the guy from having access to her life. Torí ẹni lè ṣe rí pé ó hard kẹ́ tó rí life Shina Peters níta because he's very aware of nǹkan táwọn managers máa fi ń ṣe.
So ọ̀nà táwọn náà fi ń jẹ tí wọ́n ní ẹ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. So now tell me àwa tá play instrument yẹn we got 1,000 naira 2,000 naira 3,000 naira àwa play gbogbo instrumentation yẹn á da gbogbo ẹ lẹ́tọ̀ manager kan wá mú recording yẹn á wá lọ fi gba 200k lọ́wọ́ celebrant. Ṣé nǹkan tó ń pè ní monkey dey work baboon dey shop kan ni.
Kí ni experience lọ́dọ̀ swing pọ̀pọ̀ ibi tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni mo wá padà sí yẹn.
Bode Ogundimu was the best band I've ever played in my life. I left the band simply because Shina Peters has name. That's the only reason why I left why I left Bode's band. But someone sọ pé èèyàn wà kind-hearted, very communicative. Like mo ń try láti rántí one thing tí Bode ṣe rí tẹ́ pé that I detest. I don't see it. Even èèyàn ti di ó ní a máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní swing pọ̀pọ̀ a máa ń sọ pé wireless conga ìkan nínú àwọn packers wá jí microphone ó wá fi sínú ṣẹ̀mọ̀ mic tó fi ń kọrin lórí stage amọ̀ye àwọn tó ń kọrin Bode wà láàrin méjì wà báyìí. That's 5 microphones that we use on stage. Conga ń lo mic, talking drum méjì, omele méjì, then drum microphone drums. Wọ́n wá onítàn wá jí kan nínú microphone tó fi ń kọrin ó wá lọ hide sínú because mic tó fi ń play conga ó yàtọ̀ sí mic tó fi ń kọrin even shape one doesn't look the same. Ó wá jí microphone ó wá lọ fi sínú conga. Wọ́n wá òun náà ń bá wọn wá but at the end of the day bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀kan ṣe ẹ̀dẹ̀mọ̀ àwọn pákà wọ́n ní okay ìwọ ló máa kó nǹkan báyìí èmi mo máa kó nǹkan báyìí they are assigned. But this band is very very organized, very very organized. Wọ́n ṣe gbé kóńgà nìyẹn bọ́n ṣe rí ó wá ti gbé kóńgà yẹn lórí ẹ̀kọ́dọ̀ kó nǹkan lé lórí bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó kí microphone yẹn sínú ẹ̀. Bọ́n ṣe gbé kóńgà bọ́n yẹn lórí kóńgà upside down lórí microphone ṣe jábọ́ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní wireless kóńgà. But do you know that Bode still didn't fire this guy? But they still did not fire this guy because most of àwọn tó máa ń play bí omele kankan ní band yẹn àwọn tá máa ń pè ní nísàlẹ̀ Èkó ó ní lingo kan tá máa ń lò bọ̀ntrowé àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ pé wọ́n wá láti ilé tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní olùbáwí wọ́n ní olùkọ́ wọ́n lẹ́ni tó raise wọn they don't have any mentor they just wake up in the morning. Ó lè jẹ́ aláàjì kan ní bàbá wọn tó níyàwó bíi 5 ọmọ bíi 15 nobody looks after nobody so irú àwọn ọmọ yẹn they grew up in the street irú àwọn yẹn tó ń bá wá ní talent pé wọ́n bá fújì kan play ládùúgbò tó ń play omele or something but they play kan máa rìn lọ́jọ́ kan kó kàn rí wọn pé ìwọ wá bíbà that's how he talks ìwọ wá bíbà ṣé omele tó ń play yẹn ṣé omele ló rò pé òun lù lójú ara yẹn ṣó lè lórí mele sí jùjù bá níyà wá bá mi ní ìsàlẹ̀ street yẹn lọ́la máa test yẹn o that's how Bode brings them from the street gbogbo àwọn packers kankan yẹn bó ṣe mú wọn wá nìyẹn.
ṣó lè ní àwọn tó mú wá tó jẹ́ pé lẹ́nìí wọ́n ti develop expertise wọn lórí.
Yes, even some of them played with Ayuba.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them played with Ayuba. Even one of them, I know that is in Minnesota. He went from playing omele to playing. Actually, he even played for the Lagos State National Troupe. Tó wà ní National Theatre. Yeah, he's a friend of mine today.
Lára àwọn tí Bọ́dé Ògúndìmú
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, what's his name? If I remember his name, I'll tell you. Very talented guy. But all these guys, they all started from Bọ́dé Ògúndìmú. Just like we two started. We were not like this good when we joined him. But materials to Mankowa, basically what Bọ́dé used to do was Bọ́dé amu musician kan wá tó jẹ́ pé he's above all of us. Ìyẹn ló máa fi hàn wá pé okay, tó máa kọ orin báyìí. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauties they possess inside. Shemo, a máa fi all those chords play the same chord tá n play ní juju high life. No play ní secular music. It's just the applications that are different. Instead of playing like this, you play like this, you do this. So bí gbogbo àná ṣe improve nìyẹn. Tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àná CAC láti wá mẹ́ta látẹ̀wọ́ iye background gbogbo wa nìyẹn. Babalọ́lá olómi ìyèrè omi ìyè, that was our background.
Báwo ló ṣe final question mi fún yín? Báwo ló ṣe rọrùn fún yín láti settling bàtẹ dé US this way fa pé ẹ sọ pé kí n má lo abscond àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay, ẹ fi plantation lẹ̀ but ẹ disappoint ọ̀gá yín anyway.
Ẹ má lo abscond, use defected.
Defect.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay. Nígbà tẹ defect, báwo ló ṣe easy fún yín láti settling, láti stabilize?
Nobody promised us anything. Nobody, absolutely.
They be a question pé bí yo kí ló ń tàn bí o.
No, be a question. Wọ́n ní ojú ló mọ ohun tó yónú. Ṣé bá mọ àwọn tó ti jábọ́ ní ẹ̀yìn Shina Peters? Ká má tẹ̀ dárúkọ àwọn other bands.
Ṣé ṣáájú kẹ́yìn tó
káwa tó join ní band yẹn.
Okay, àwọn kan tí wọ́n kọ́ jábọ́ lọ́hùn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Willie ṣì wà ní US, Jomila wà ní US. So we've seen people that jábọ́, they came back.
Set sí yẹn torí pé jábọ́ in mass ló jẹ́ kó
show exactly. But guess what? Kí lorúkọ Brother Lati wà ní US now. Me and him talk all the time. Táyé Olómele wà ní US. But everybody is like, oh, are you guys here bad? Ṣe bad. Àwọn èèyàn ti ń jábọ́ lẹ́yìn Shina Peters for years. We were not the first.
But àwọn gan ṣé wọ́n care pé àwọn èèyàn kúrò lẹ́yìn àwọn.
That is the thing. Ṣé mo Yorùbá ní tọmọdé bá ṣubú ọmọdé awo wájú. Tágbà bá kọsẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn ló yẹ ká gbà wò. Ìpè kí ló mú mi kọsẹ̀ yìí. But it seems like they don't learn from it. It's not an accident. You travel and every time you travel, somebody japa from your back. Motimo Yusundo Leni. I didn't know about Yusundo's music. He plays Mbalak music from Senegal. Mbalak.
Okay.
Motimo Yusundo sing atito. I'll say probably 25 years or so. The same people to play. The same people. Teba lo wo Salif Keita from Mali. The same people to play. Lucky Dube, may his soul rest in peace. Yeah. Lucky Dube will come to US. A minimum so far guys it's I know South Africa is beautiful like they say, but is it as beautiful as here? Do you have as much opportunity as you have here like South Africa? One you know, but we are content because everything is transparent to them. Lucky Dube is not a greedy person. none of them wọn ló kúrò lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ not until after tó kú ló di pé wọ́n wá ń travel káàkiri. One is in Australia, some of them are in the US, they are all over the place now. No, wọn ò sá lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ rí. Ó ṣe jẹ́ títí wa la máa sọ story lágbájá já lẹ́yìn mi níṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ sá lọ onídùndú sápamọ́. It's crazy.
Ó lè jẹ́ problem economy wa.
Kò ń ṣe problem economy.
Ó lè jẹ́ cultural.
Ìgbà tí economy wo tí ì bá di báyìí làwọn band leader ti rí báyìí. Ìgbà tí economy wo tí ì bá di báyìí làwọn band leaders ti rí báyìí. Rally like this. We talk. I talk to Brasimoni. I talk to what's his name? Not Alhaji Tiamiyu.
Razaki.
Brother Rasaki. I talk to Brother Rasaki. They all just don't want to come out and say what they experienced in King Sunny Ade's band. I just don't want to betray them. But I know, but me, I'm not a betrayer. I'm not a betrayer, rather. If not, when I have conversations with them, I would have recorded the things they say and put it out there. But that would be bad on my part, because that would not have come from them willingly. I would have been the one betraying them. And that is why I don't do that. And that is what my stand is based on. That these people you see, you just idolize them. They are bad people. They are bad people. Hey, imagine, can I play lórí stage? Can I play guitar? Can I play bass guitar? Nítorí pé bóyá èèyàn kan ti wá fẹjọ́ sùn ọ̀gá pé ẹ ṣe nǹkan kan, ọ̀gá kan dé ni, automatically gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ play níjọ́ yẹn kò ní dùn létí ẹ̀. Àní ṣé tí ẹ fọ́ ni? Ṣé guitar ẹ túnú bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gangan mọ́ túnú. Òun gan he doesn't know how to tune. He tuned by ear. And ear tuning is not 100%. Now imagine you've been playing under these loudspeakers for decades. How good do you think your ears are? And you want to tune for somebody. You stand in front of a whole loudspeaker for decades, playing under loud juju music. You know your eardrum is damaged already. Ìtòrí ẹ̀lẹ́sẹ̀ rí ní pé nígbà táwọn play ní Ade Shina Peters tẹ́ bá rí wa tá à ń play a máa ń fi ear plug sétí ni. Because we were studio session men, we don't want our hearing to get damaged. Because for studio work, you need perfect hearing. So nígbà tí èèyàn bá wá ń sọ Femi as bassist pé ṣé mi rí nonsense tẹ́ ń play pé tó bá yé mi èmi á lọ mú guitarist mi wá. What is he trying to do between me and you? Àgbàlagbà, for that sake. Those are the things that people suffer in, like King Sunny Ade's band, that we never experienced.
Nation of Business.
No, Star doesn't do that. Star will never. Star don't. No, it's not like that petty. No. Titi ẹ ó lè wà aggressive o kí nǹkan bí nínú kó kó ṣe gragra and stuff. That's his own specialty. Ṣùgbọ́n pé ká máa dẹ̀yìn síra yín yẹn, no, he doesn't.
Divide and rule.
Yeah, no. He still uses divide and rule, like what he used to get Ali out of being a captain, because Ali doesn't listen. Ali doesn't go with his plans most of the time. Like be anytime tabani concert that play ni maybe a university concert. The agreement is that taba play the concert, but that pé ó yẹ kán fún wa ní 2,000 naira or 3,000 naira. That's our agreement with Star. Star lè wá pé àlejòkó pé show yìí ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n sanwó. And he knows that he's lying. Star will not play for anybody for free. He will never ever play for anybody for free. That it won't happen. Even his own family members, he will take money from them. Now you will go and play at a university and you tell us it's charity concert. So Ali used to, like, be at loggerheads with him with that. Ali only nisin tas ni band yemo. Now the cat is out of the basket. No, now we even secrets that that me I know that you don't know what he told me behind you one day, blah blah. Now everything is out in the open. So all the time you call Ali and say, show you, I'm a sophomore, offend charity concert. Ali will say, no, start. No, start. I can't do that with you. I'm sorry. Ali will not come and tell us that this is Star's plan. Ali will just tell us if Star comes with any plan, Emagba.
Okay.
And that is why they never liked Ali. And they had to take Ali out. They took Ali out, they put Brawale there. It was just a matter of time. Brawale too started being at loggerheads with Star. Simply because the guy see finish. It was like, no. And they complained that yeah, they do that. I'm aware of that. Most of the sound engineers do that. If you don't take care of them, guess what? 2 EV speaker, one Laura Celestine lo show di one gbese.
One be original crew
Ben,
one lot tie down.
One lot tie down. If you don't take care of them, yes, they will do that to you. Aliyan se ma tẹ̀lé ẹ lọ láti Èkó lọ sí Maiduguri tó ma mú 3,000 naira wálé. We played one concert in Maiduguri one time. I think it was Maiduguri. Majef Ashek was there, Femi Kuti was there, my Kokri was there. Stadium láti play. At the play tán. Gbogbo wọn lọ sí hotel wọn lọ sùn. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí, Shina Peters band was bigger than all gbogbo àwọn tí mo dárúkọ yìí. We were the headliner. Do you know that we finished playing and we slept on the grass in that stadium? Friend me called Jude, drummer Femi Kuti at that time. Jude no one Californian sing. Jude lo wa jiwa lórí grass tasu.
Gbogbo yin
kò ṣe gbogbo wa àwa tá play. Ṣé instrumentalists a man gravitate towards each other quickly, mostly when they know that you're a contemporary instrumentalist. Kò ṣe bí àwọn instrumentalists Sunny and tasa wọn yẹn, because àwọn yẹn privilege no fi débẹ̀ and gbogbo àwọn yẹn ogun no fi di position wọn yẹn mú. So if you go there and you are this skillful guy, wọ́n á sọ ẹ́ di mekuturu ni. So à ń súnmọ́ wọn, a máa ń fi wọ́n sí àyè wọn lọ́ọ̀kan ni. Òun ló wá jí wa lórí field. But why are we sleeping on the field? We don't have hotel. We need what? You guys don't have hotel? And you know, everybody else slept on that field. Moju di jokeji.
Àti àwọn obìnrin dancers yẹn no.
Àwọn yẹn star man kó wọn káàkiri ni ó máa lọ fi wọn sí hotel tó bá wà.
Okay. Idan kan
ṣe mọ̀ àwọn yẹn ní privilege táwọn ò ní.
Torí kí wọ́n jó obìnrin rẹ̀.
Àwọn ní nǹkan táwọn ò ní. Ṣé mi fẹ́ ṣèkì búdì? Mo fẹ́ ṣèkì búdì for start. No, I can't do that. So they have special privileges. So that we didn't have. So we had to sleep on the field.
At that time, mo gbọ́ pé band Shina Peters. In fact, wọ́n sọ pé láti Shina Peters ti dìsìn kò tí ì sí band tó big tó Shina Peters gbà yẹn, even up till now.
I believe so. If we're talking in terms of juju music.
Yeah, maybe juju music.
I would limit it to juju music.
Okay. Outside juju music, ó lè máa
ẹ̀yin lọ wo àwọn concert àwọn Burna Boy, ẹ lọ concert Àṣàkẹ́, ẹ lọ wo concert Wizkid.
But asati gbà yẹn irú nǹkan tí àwọn Àṣàkẹ́ tó wọ́n fà yìí ní Shina Peters wọ́n fà gbà yẹn.
Yeah.
It was big gbà.
Mr. Dele, we were bad. we were a badass band and band tó bá pàdé wa even àwọn concerts tó máa ń ṣe yẹn tó bá ní pé I'm play the only person that we will say we respect that tó bá play ní same event that he play that we will just accord him respect and we will not like try to intimidate him ní Fẹlá. Everybody else.
Even kò jẹ́ King Sunny Ade.
Àti play ní Surulere rí. Sunny play báyìí àwọn tá dé báyìí àwọn èèyàn gun rí speaker Sunny ni because they want to watch Shina Peters. I'm not joking. Confirm this from my guys. As a matter of fact, there was one event ó jẹ́ pé we were playing somewhere. We were playing on this side, Sonny was playing on the other side. And we Ade bend there to be Okonkwo, this Ade bend there to be Okonkwo, Godwin and Abo. It was like 5 of them. They just came to that party that day. One on day by only bride àti bàbá ìyàwó ló ń jó lọ́wọ́. Sonny was playing bó ṣe fún dollars báyìí bó ṣe fling dollars nìyẹn sí àárín crowd.
ta ló fún dollars.
Tóbi Okonkwo àti Adé Bendel bẹ́ẹ̀lì ni o wọ́n kàn já kí níyẹn báyìí mẹ́ èrò ya borí stage ni. As a matter of fact wọ́n fún bàbá ìyàwó ní fàṣẹ bàbá balẹ̀ ni bí bàbá ṣe yarí nìyẹn pé ṣé náà ní play níjọ́ yẹn o wọ́n ṣe pé ní kọ́ lọ pé bàbá wa nìyẹn pé bàbá sit down.
ta ló pé bàbá wa.
Adé Bendel.
owó ń sọ̀rọ̀.
bàbá sit down na China na you will come watch here.
so wọn kì í ṣe pé wọ́n pè wọ́n fún wedding àbí wọ́n wá fún wedding.
no wọ́n kàn bọ́ ṣe máa ń tẹ̀lé wa káàkiri.
àwọn kan wà fún wọ́n wá náwó.
wọ́n kàn máa ń tẹ̀lé anywhere tá a bá ti ń play àfi tí wọ́n bá mọ̀ bẹ̀ ọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé out of state.
Okay.
Even arrows àmọ́ ìgbà tá a máa pàdé wọn nílẹ̀ Igbo I'm telling you a lè wà ní ìgbà míì a lè wà nílẹ̀ Igbo fún 3 months 6 months
tẹ́ẹ̀ni wá síbí rárá.
tá a tẹ̀ ní play lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rárá a lọ play ní Enugu a bá wọn pàdé ńbẹ̀ a kúrò ńbẹ̀ a lọ sí Agbọ̀ a tún bá wọn ńbẹ̀ a tún lè kúrò ńbẹ̀ ká lọ sí Ìgbáriam a tún bá wọn níbẹ̀ a tún kúrò níbẹ̀.
wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbé wọn kiri náà ni o.
Fred Ajudi wà yẹn o tẹ̀ kí n náwó ẹyọ báyìí ó máa ń kówó sínú Remy Martins tó bá ti kọrin àmì tí Shina bá ti kọrin tó bá ti wú lórí ẹ̀mọ́ is a tall lanky guy akàn wá ni akàn wá gbé Remy Martins yẹn fún
báàlì kan ẹ̀.
yá adé lọ jókòó padà àwa la máa tú sínú àpótí àpótí wa ó tóbi ju desk yìí I'm telling you ó tóbi ju desk yìí lọ. Sometimes we make so much money. You know, I was the smallest in the band. Wọ́n gbé mi sórí ẹ̀ wọ́n ní kí n máa bẹ́ kí n máa kì í máa kì í mọ́lẹ̀ èyí tó bá ṣẹ́kù tí wọ́n lè kó wọ́n á da gbogbo ìlú àwọn onílù nù wọ́n á kó sínú báàgì àwọn onílù owó important jù lọ èlò nílù ìlú 2,000 naira 3,000 naira.
so bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń mẹ́kọ̀ owó yẹn gbà yẹn ni ẹ̀. so kí wọ́n náà ṣe fún bàbá ìyàwó.
gbé bàbá ìyàwó wọ́n fà ní what you can refuse ni.
kí ni wọ́n fà ẹ̀.
wọ́n gbé Remy Martins box kan fún ni.
owó
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
pálí kan.
àbá ló lọ kó gbogbo èrò wá níwájú Sunny. That was the end of their gig. Àwa la play mọ́jú.
bàbá ló lọ pe àwọn èèyàn pé ẹ máa bọ̀ wọ́n dọ̀ tí.
bàbá tán ṣàǹfàṣẹ lójú agbo bàbá yarí kan lẹ́ni ó ní àníṣí náà ní play kò ní lu kó ní ibi ilé ni lóòótọ́ àdẹ̀jókòó wọn jẹ́ ká play. And we were watching King Sunny Ade play on the other side. Because synchro system. Ẹ máa jó wọ́n ṣẹ́tù bàbá báyìí. Oye tẹ́ ti jó ń bẹ̀ ń ti tó yáyáyá ẹ mọ̀ bọ̀ mí. Nigeria is a mess o. Nigeria is a mess. Ṣé rí tẹ́ bá rí ibi tí wọ́n ti jalè nílùú wa yìí tán ti jalè táwọn kan sọ pé ẹ pa ẹ fọ́ lórí ẹ ṣe léṣe ìlú bàjẹ́ ìtorí pé ó dá jalè ni kò sẹ́tù àwọn tó wà ládùúgbò ṣé mo pọ́ mo ṣòdìlé ní oṣù ọmọ Ìbàdàn, so all kinds of crimes ni mo ti rí o. tẹ bá rẹni tó jalè tẹ yọ kóńdó tẹ yọ kùmọ̀ tó sọ pé àbùsà délé ẹ má lẹ́jọ́ èèyàn lọ́rùn ẹ filẹ̀ yá fi ẹ̀fọ́ lọ́hùn to settle everybody. They are all in it. Ìlú wa ṣe rí ni ẹni bàbá tán ṣá nífàsẹ́ everybody àwọn kan náà wà tán táwọn náà má gbà bàbá ẹ má gbà bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn àwọn wọn máa kó àwọn wèrè ká àjẹnà òde tán pé bàbá sórí ìjókòó tán gbé pálí owó fún bàbá èyí tẹ jó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà tó yáyá ẹ mọ̀ bọ̀ báyìí a mọ̀ sí lẹ́yọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ni ó pè wọ́n wá síbi wọn padà lọ́bẹ̀ mọ́ bí tán ti jó mọ́jú lélẹ̀ wá di ijọ́ kejì àwọn bamboys sàn ni wá ń ṣe ọ̀rá ìsà lẹ́yìn stage wa.
àwọn bamboys.
Yes.
wọ́n wá ń ṣe ọ̀rá ìsà lọ́dọ̀ yín.
Yes. à ń jọ owó fún wọn nínú àpótí because owó booking tí sàn nígbà is not gonna give them a dime out of it. owó tán bá pa lójú agbo ni wọ́n ń pín. Adébẹ̀ndẹ̀dẹ̀ ti bá ṣòjẹ́ fún wọn àti Tóbi Òkúnkọ wọ́n ti settle bàbá ìyàwó
náà ìbá máa gba owó
bàbá ìyàwó
integrity ẹ̀ dáná
bàbá ìyàwó ni
steeze ẹ̀ ti drop mẹ́ẹ̀ tí mi.
kí lẹ̀ sọ ẹ̀rí owó tán gbé sí kò má ṣe owó ẹyọ owó tán gbé sínú Rẹ́mi ẹ̀gbọ́n bí pálí Rẹ́mi Martins ṣe tó ní tán tún kì mọ́lẹ̀ owó bẹ́ẹ̀lì.
wọ́n ṣèkẹ̀ wọ́n tún kì wọ́n tún ṣèkẹ̀ wọ́n tún tù kì.
bàbá ṣe bínú mọ́ àló ti tán nínú mi.
ojú yín ti rí gan.
And that is what have molded me to be who I am today. And if I was to do it over again, I would do it differently. Ó ní nǹkan kan tí star ṣe tó jẹ́ pé ó really jọ mí lójú gan. And I never thought he would do that because I've always seen him to be this mean guy towards his musicians. And I will say this to his credit. Nígbà tó wá bá wa pé ká wá lọ bá wọn play ní Florida. We were kind of reluctant to go play with him, but àwa náà la kind of bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ pé there is no story we can tell without this guy's name appearing in our story. Let's have mercy.
Gbogbo yín tẹ drop yẹn náà ni àbí.
Wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ata drop yẹn. It was me, Ali, Michael, Taiwo àti Bashiru.
Okay.
The 5 of us. So I think I'm friend mi kan dání IC yẹn náà play pẹ̀lú Swing Papa. He's a drummer and he's a badass conga player too. Àmú yẹn náà dání, so àjọlọ play show yẹn. So we gave him an option that we didn't think he would yield to. We told him that the only grounds we will play with him in Florida is to bá mú passport wa padà wá. As at that time, we were already US citizens.
Need them.
Need them.
They won't go to declare passport and go as lost.
Láwa tẹ pé jọ́ta ti wọ America láti lọ declare gbogbo passport wa missing ní police station. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ń kó dání yẹn pálí lásán ni. And that is one thing tí most people ló mọ̀. Wọ́n máa ń ṣàkàrà yín pé o lè sá lọ without your passport, o lè sá lọ. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You have a phone, take a picture of your passport, take a picture of your I-94, and go and declare your passport missing. You'll be given document that you can use to file in America. It's that simple. So going back to SSP, we told him that the only grounds we would play with him was to bring our passport. I don't think he needed us that bad for him to have brought the passport to us, because it was a live show. Go say studio recording. Studio recording, lèyàn ti máa ń wá precise technique, precise kind of musicians. Like, this is what they're really good at. This is what you try to achieve, and these are the kind of people that can help you achieve it. Ibi tí wọ́n ti máa lọ kó session money, because your regular band boys will not help you achieve that. That's why I don't think he really needed us that bad. I think he did it out of either pity or out of the kindness of his heart. We didn't need the passport. We just wanted to put him in an uncomfortable position. Maybe he will back out and we don't have to go and play for him. But guess what? He agreed. And he came with our passports. We didn't even ask him. When we came with this sound check, we played. I played on. We go and pack everywhere, we had luggages. Come and lost airport. O de ni ká jọ ká dúró ká má ti lọ. O de ni ṣe and the phone be 15 minutes ká tẹ̀lé òun lọ sí hotel. I ní yeah, no problem. A de tẹ̀lé lọ hotel, o de lọ tú ẹrù. O de kó passport wa tó ti kú lọ.
Yes. How many years?
At it to 15 years.
Tó ti expired and
Dànù. Èmi gan ti ní bí passport bí méjì mẹ́ta lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn. We were surprised. And, I want to say this to him. Thank you for being the big guy. Thank you for using wisdom. What I'm doing now is not because I hate you. I don't hate you. I'm just protecting the younger generation from falling victim. I know you don't know better. That's why you're doing what you're doing. Because you inherited that style, that behavior from those you played with, like Ade Kunle and them. And the same thing with the rest of the musicians in the likeness of King Sanya, Ade Shina and stuff. I want not joke no lower, I want not play. But we are in a different era. That cannot continue. And that is why we are educating the younger generations and showing them the way to go around it and not allow that to happen again. It doesn't mean we don't want your progress. We want your progress. We want you to evolve, not stick with your old ways. And the younger generation, don't allow anybody to use you. No grief for anybody.
Ó wù mí ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n Ali Mohammed. Mi rí ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ rí. Mi ṣe rò káwọn ní plan láti wá sí Nigeria. But he's a very likable person.
Yes, he
very,
is.
Very gbogbo àwọn èèyàn no like one.
What you see is what you get. He's a Hausa man.
Yeah.
He's very straightforward, at least not like this. Nǹkan tí ó bá ní ṣe kò ní sọ.
So, Femi Peters might have want to share
Kò ní ṣàwa nìkan, the whole band.
the whole band.
Yeah, he might be saying that, I took them
Ó
to
possible kó
America.
jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin náà máa ti ṣe wọ́n at
No.
some point. Ẹ̀yin ò ṣe wọ́n rí.
Nope.
Okay, fine.
Ṣé wọ́n kówó gígì fún wa kó sá lọ ni? Àbí ọdún tá a ti ń bá wọn play ṣá gbé gìtá sá
Ó
lọ?
máa láwọn tó jẹ́ pé bí àwọn náà ti yọ owó ní band, tó ti jí owó.
Sherry, you can't accuse somebody pé ó jí owó ni nígbà tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin náà lọ jí owó yẹn bí kan.
But ẹ̀yin lẹ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan nígbà tá à ń ṣe kíni pé àti ẹni tó gbé epo lájà àti ẹni tó gbà.
Ìkọ̀ọ̀kan náà làwọn méjèèjì. Nígbà tá a bá pawó kalẹ̀ tẹ́yìn fi màgòmágó tẹ́ fi yọ 60% nínú ẹ̀ tẹ́ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé 400 tó kù nínú ẹ̀ ẹ tún ṣe máa pín sí méjì because the understanding in the band is that we share 50-50. Ọ̀gá kó 50%, àwọn boys are kó 50%. But ẹ make sure pé ẹ ti bà owó yẹn nú jẹ́ kẹ́ tó wá yọ 50% yín. Is that not stealing? If you stole, they have the right to steal.
Now, ẹ wo interview ẹ máa ti wo interview tí mo ṣe pẹ̀lú Shina Peters ní last year.
Yes, I did.
Ìgbà tí mo dá ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n àlè wọ́n ní wọ́n dáhùn bákan. Ẹ̀yin náà rántí wọ́n ṣe dáhùn.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Ẹ̀yin dáhùn bá ṣe kọ́ máa bínú.
He was playing passive.
Ẹ ṣá máa bínú.
Trust me, he was playing passive, and all of us have sat down and watched that video more than 5 times. We might be in America, we know what is happening in Nigeria even more than some Nigerians. I subscribe to your channel. There is nothing you put out there. The short clips, boom, it comes. The moment you put it up there, I see it, all of them see it. And it's not just yours. I can tell you all the people I'm following. We must follow ni juju, ni mo follow ni fuji, ni mo follow àwọn Afrobeat and stuff. Because to the core, I'm a musician. I don't discriminate. That is why I'm able to tell you that Fuji has a better structure than Juju. It's just that àwọn tó wà ní Fuji wọn wà educated. Tọ́n bá wà educated, they will be in a better place than Juju music. Juju musicians are half-baked. They are half-educated. Ṣé mo kéèyàn mọ nǹkan láàbọ̀ ó wọ́ sí ju kó má ó dá kó tiẹ̀ má mọ̀ rárá. So that is how the Juju thing works. Ìtòrí ẹ̀ lè ṣe rí pé nísìn the newer generation, a whole lot of Nigerian musicians call me, the instrumentalists. I talk to them all the time. Sometimes they just reach out to me at random online and they start to ask me questions. And I teach them a whole lot of things. How to protect, their
rights.
How to protect their creativity. They don't just follow somebody to studio and they say, mo lórin yìí, mo ti book session, mo lórin yìí, orin yẹn sọ pé bàbá wa o bàbá wa ẹlẹ́rù ni ìwọ náà sá ni màá ní guess what? You just volunteer to be a producer that you're not getting paid for. At the end of the day, that guy will go and write on the back of the CD, all songs written and produced by Dele Ade Shina. And guess what? You have no proof.
Ẹ̀sán gbà kan ẹni pé credit kan ló fa endorsement kan fún ṣe mandators lẹ pé mi àwọn tí bẹ ṣe.
Bí mo ṣe ní endorsement ni.
Okay, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí endorsement.
Bẹ́ẹ̀
nítorí pé mandators
fún mi ní credit. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ṣẹ́rí wọ́n ní ìtẹ́ aláìmọ̀ kan fi ń ṣe rẹ̀ ló pọ̀. Ìtẹ́ aláìmọ̀ kan tó fi ń ṣe rẹ̀ ló pọ̀. And according to sources, very reliable source, Commander Ebenezer Obey ló suggest fáwọn musicians ṣe mọ̀ ìgbà yẹn tó ń dá Juju Musician Union sílẹ̀ kò ń ṣe ìtàn ní nísìn, it was just one and they call it Juba, Juju Musician Clinical Association of Nigeria, Juba gba táwa wà ní táwa ń bí. So wọ́n ní KSA ló suggest kìíní yẹn fún gbogbo àwọn band leaders pé
KSA bí commander.
No commander. Okay. Ipe kan máa fún àwọn musicians ní credit mọ́ because they can come and sue you in the future. That is why you see that all of them will write all songs written and composed by one person.
But confirm yẹn o nǹkan tẹ́ gbọ́ ni.
Ara àwọn band leaders tó ń jọ ṣe meeting ló sọ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀. So all these things I'm saying, I'm not just saying them. If I dare them, I'm looking into the camera. I dare them to come and defend this, and I'll start naming names. Right now, I don't want to do that. I'm just talking so that I want tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn wa one more how to deal with these people. Wọ́n ní alábùkún fún ni ẹni tó fi ọ̀bọ lọ́yàn, ìgbé ní fẹ́ni tó gbà. Tẹ́ bá invite èèyàn pé kó wá jẹun, tẹ́ ń jẹ ẹ̀bà àti ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀gúsí, tó ń wá ní pé búrẹ́dì lòún gbé bọ̀ tó fẹ́ fi bá yín run ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀gúsí.
Lọ́ba kó ó fẹ́ fà mú ni ẹ.
Kí lẹ́yìn máa ṣe? Ṣé ẹ máa wò kó máa fi búrẹ́dì kó yín ní ẹ̀gúsí? Ẹ máa ṣán ẹ̀bà ló fún wa bí? No, I'm saying this so that they too they can have plan B, plan C, plan D, because all these Juju band leaders, kò ṣe Juju band leaders nìkan, ṣe láwọn gospel artists tẹ̀ ń wò yẹn náà, they are all the same o. Tọ́lá àwọn kan gospel Juju kankan yẹn, oh Lord, àwọn yẹn gan tún fẹ́ worse ju Juju lọ.
Gospel man iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ló pe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀.
Ṣe rí ìtorí pé àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé màá ní bóyá nítorí pé ọwọ́ wọn ò tí ì bẹ̀kú dání ni wọ́n ṣe tí ì bèrè kú tó pa bàbá wọn. There is a whole lot of them that are silent followers of yours. And they know that I know you. They know that we talk. And sometimes they will say things to me hoping that I will tell you. But I won't do that. I want them to tell their own story. I'm not an informant. Me, I'm expressing my own views. If you want to express your own views, guess what? Mr. Daly has created the platform. So don't backbite and stay in the back and talk bad about the musicians you play with, whereas when you see them face to face, you speak so highly of them. Me, I don't do that. So if you come and tell me something bad about, I'm not gonna say it to him. I won't. Everybody learning freedom of expression.
ẹ ṣe gan ni wọ́n ní mi fẹ́ kó gùn jù ó kàn ojú sí ń ro mí sílẹ̀ torí mi ò mọjọ́ tá a máa tún lè jókòó báyìí láti tún sọ̀rọ̀ because kí n má parọ́ fún yín nǹkan tó wà nínú mi pọ̀ tí n bá ní pé tí a bá sọ bọ́ mi ìfẹ́ kó dàbí ẹni pé à ń attack personality Sanya Peters.
Not at all.
Nínú àwọn olórin tí mo fẹ́ràn top 5 Sanya Peters wà ní top 5. So but one thing about me ni pé tí má fẹ́ràn olórin tẹ́ bá sọ pé nǹkan bá báyìí lórin yẹn ṣe mi ní yọ kúrò.
Sherry, according to nǹkan tẹ́ sọ yìí, Yorùbá ní ẹni tá bá fẹ́ràn là ń bá wí. Ẹni tá bá fẹ́ràn a máa ń pa wọ́n tì ní. I don't think I gain anything in what I'm doing right now, but I wish he changed for the better, because he's a very talented man. No? That man is very, very creative. Yorùbá dẹ̀ ní tájá bá lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn á pọ̀ bọ̀, but ìwà yẹn tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó yẹn is what is limiting him.
Kò tọ́ sí èmi lẹ́nu ẹ̀dẹ̀ kí mi gbọ́dọ̀ take sides.
Bẹ́ẹ̀
mo kò gbọ́dọ̀ dúró bí unbiased umpire àwọn ṣe máa ń sọ. But ṣé mo pé lẹ́yìn interview máa lé o yẹn.
Yeah.
I got a call from somebody that is very close to SSP. Tí wọ́n sọ fún mi wípé ṣé SSP ti change ni pé even up till 2 weeks before ta release interview máa lé o yẹn. If there are still complaints from his band boys. If that's a bias, well, allow me that to be biased. I love Sanya Peters.
Look, he's my favorite juju artist. You know that I won't call myself a band leader. As in the US, I'm the only guy that plays Shina style. When you call me to party, I can sing Sonny style, I can sing Obe style, but I chose to sing Shina style because it's a unique kind of music. And you can play Shina style.
That's the only juju music to any structure.
But
I'm try that to process and it's a problem because I feel pé music sonny even commander only structure even ẹnìkan sọ wípé ti Shina Peters gan ni ó ní structure pé nítorí
okay, let me prove it to you from a musical standpoint. Tí mo bá ní gbogbo gi níbẹ̀ nígbó ká tó fi roko jọba, you know you can play gudu 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 gbagba gudu 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 gba, right? I can still sing the same song. Gbogbo gi níbẹ̀ nígbó pé gadi gadi gbagba gidi gadi ká tó fi roko jọba gadi gadi gaga. You see that anything goes. That's what we call no structure. But if I sing "Ẹyin sweetie baby," what goes with it? Can you play something else to it? "Ẹyin sweetie baby."
Will I play anything? See now, I choose to play whatever I feel.
Guess what?
Good with.
Guess what? That is what they are doing right now in his band. That's making him look inferior. They know the chord, but they don't know the melodic lines. So I need music, I need chords, chord application. Tí mo bá ní okay, mo play G major. That is when you apply chords. Da, right? Yeah, I'm playing G major. But if I'm playing a phrase or I'm playing a line, there are passing notes I'm playing that might belong to that chord or that might not be in that chord groupings. Okay, for instance, ọmọge jẹ́ ká jọjó ọmọge jẹ́ ká jọjó ọmọge jẹ́ ká jọjó ijó Shina Peters. Tí mo bá sọ chord ẹ̀ fún yín, ọmọge jẹ́ ká jọjó bọ́n 5 jọjó dán 1 it's just 2 chords. So for you to not think that, oh, you just know 2 chords, mo lè play Shina Peters, but guess what, we are not playing those chords. It's just one person playing those chords, the keyboard player. The guitar player is playing very complex lines. He's playing very complicated lines that's related to that chord. So if your technique is not sound, all you'll be playing is 1 5 1 you just be playing watered down Shina style, and that is what they are struggling with, because they are good musicians, but the tempo, the pace of the music, they can't keep up. So even if they are playing those lines, you can tell they are struggling. We listen, we are musicians. So the difference in the music to what structured at the music to what ọmọge you fine, yeah, baby, oh. I hear what they play to it. They just play nonsense to it because they don't know what we did to that.
Share I play an album in the original album, Shina Mania.
No.
Okay.
But I play it differently when I play live.
Okay.
But I know what Brad Jalili played to it. He was just playing one note. Ọmọge you fine, dun. I don't play it like that because our musicians they are very, very, educated musicians. When Star plays, ọmọge you fine, yeah, brother, they're playing lines, and you as a bassist, you have to complement what they are doing without interfering with the phrases they are playing. So Tom Star back up, ọmọge you fine, yeah, baby, you do 1 so baby, you do. But me, I don't approach it like that. What I do is I do what we call reharmonization. When he sings, ọmọge you fine, yeah, I'll go and play 2. When everybody else is playing 5, I reharmonize the whole thing. So it's not, won't say accidentally the young player or you're playing with feeling. No, it's knowledge of chords, of chord applications. Yes, I'm a bassist, but I play other instruments. I play guitar, I play keyboards. So if you don't know chords, you don't know all this relative chords, reharmonization, you won't know all this stuff.
I just want to session me lo. Femi Sanya ni mo ti ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀kan. Ẹ̀gbọ́n wa ni wọ́n. Mo hope pé bí a ti máa rí yín next. A pàdé ní bóyá Canada bí US.
Amen.
Àkànjọ jókòó àjọ ní tete à tete.
Amen. A sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀.
All right, so kò ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.